and Junior Carnival. Join us as we band together and share the culture and industry of mass. From behind the scenes to the road. Tickets and registration at www.sfcbla.org. Get your weekend pass now.
ATL, Atlanta, are you ready? You're on the road, Atlanta Juve, on Friday, May 24th. The gates open at 5 a.m. with big trucks rolling out at 6 a.m.
Last drop of Bachanaal is madness in the capital, so I feel like I'm running down again. Jump and shake the ground again.
Out of towners, you have to be in Atlanta by Thursday, May 23rd. Atlanta Juve, we say. Atlanta Juve.
For sweetness to put inside a basket. I am the whole thinking market.
Atlanta Juve, we say. You ready for Juve? We outside. We outside on the road. Sign up with one of the 10 trucks or purchase a route entry ticket at weontheroadjuve.com.
We don't beat girl, but we beat drum bad. We beat drum bad. We don't pick side when we beat drum bad.
TeamSoca.com, your Trinidad Carnival station.
Show them your best self. Show them your best self. This is our blessing. Give me your everything. Show them your best self. Show it all your best friends.
The all-new Soca hits and more right here at TeamSoca.com.
Last drop of Bachanaal is madness in the capital, so I feel like I'm running down again. Jump and shake the ground again. Wave with all my friends and them. No place like home.
On Sunday, the 26th of May, JT and One Associates LLC presents the 24th annual We're White Ladies Edition, starring Nadia Batson and Arthur.
I am the whole
Patrice Roberts and the 80s.
I said this all charisma therapy.
TNT Road March King 2024, Mikel Taylor.
No place like home.
7301 Stonecrest Concourse, Latonia. Admission $50 at VIB Social. Physical tickets at Georgetown Food Market, D1 Roti Shop, International Food Market, and Caribbean Roti Shop. For more information, contact 678-575-8559, 786-286-6166, and 770-337-3995. The 24th annual We're White Ladies Edition on Sunday, the 26th of May. Doors open at 8 p.m. and we're outdoors.
Atlanta, get ready. Impulse Experience Moss Band presents Imagine, the parade of the bands for Atlanta Carnival 2024. Imagine.
Million Carnival of a contract. Every year we go hard like nail on the roadway.
At West Side Park, downtown Atlanta, Georgia, on Saturday, May 25th, 2024. The newest band at Touch Atlanta. Music by DJ Spice, One Drop Sound, and DJ Ran. Unlimited food and drinks, premium services, Juve package included. Imagine. Registration is now open and sections are filling up. Get your orders in early. For more info, call Keisha or Kay at 404-203-3006 or visit impulseexperience.com. Imagine.
I'm gonna jump till morning. Look, the moon don't sleep.
South Florida Carnival Band Leaders Association presents Carnival Expo and the Miami Carnival Showcase of the Bands, May 3rd to 4th. This studio experience is not one to miss. Workshops, panel discussions, guest speakers from Carnival around the world, DJ Symposium, Designer Challenge, vendors, sound clash, and much more. And close out the day 2 event with a showcase of the Carnival costumes for the 2024 Miami Carnival and Junior Carnival. Join us as we band together and share the culture and industry of mass. From behind the scenes to the road. Tickets and registration at www.sfcbla.org. Get your weekend pass now.
ATL, Atlanta, are you ready? You're on the road, Atlanta Juve, on Friday, May 24th. The gates open at 5 a.m. with big trucks rolling out at 6 a.m.
Till the last drop of Bachanaal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again.
Out of towners, you have to be in Atlanta by Thursday, May 23rd. Atlanta Juve, we say. Atlanta Juve.
Looking for sweetness to put inside a basket. I am the thinking market.
Atlanta Juve, we say. You ready for Juve? We outside. We outside on the road. Sign up with one of the 10 trucks or purchase a route entry ticket at weontheroadjuve.com.
We don't beat girl, but we beat drum bad. We beat drum bad. We don't pick side when we beat drum bad.
TeamSoca.com, your Trinidad Carnival station.
Show them your best self. Show them your best self. This is our blessing. Give me your everything. Show them your best self. Show with all of your best friends.
The all-new Soca hits and more right here at TeamSoca.com.
Last drop of Bachanaal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. Wave with all my friends and them. No place like home.
On Sunday, the 26th of May, JT and One Associates LLC presents the 24th annual We're Wide Ladies Edition, starring Nadia Batson and Arthur.
I am the
Patrice Roberts and the 80s.
I said this Soca is my therapy.
TNT Road March King 2024, Mikel Taylor.
No place like home.
7301 Stonecrest Concourse, Latonia. Admission $50 at VIP Social. Physical tickets at Georgetown Food Market, D1 Roti Shop, International Food Market, and Caribbean Roti Shop. For more information, contact 678-575-8559, 786-286-6166, and 770-337-3995. The 24th annual We're White Ladies Edition on Sunday, the 26th of May. Doors open at 8 p.m. and we're outdoors.
Atlanta, get ready. Impulse Experience Moss Band presents Imagine, the parade of the bands for Atlanta Carnival 2024. Imagine.
Million carnival of a contract. Every year we go hard like nail on the road with.
At West Side Park, downtown Atlanta, Georgia, on Saturday, May 25th, 2024. The newest band at Touch Atlanta. Music by DJ Spice, One Drop Sound, and DJ Ran. Unlimited food and drinks, premium services, Juve package included. Imagine. Registration is now open and sections are filling up. Get your orders in early. For more info, call Keisha or Kay at 404-203-3006 or visit impulseexperience.com. Imagine.
And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon don't sleep.
TeamSoca.com.
You are now locked into TeamSoca.com.
The ladies with Tiki.
Yo, it's your boy Mama named me Evan. Anytime I need to hear something good, I tune in to my homegirl, Tiki Millions.
The ladies love Tiki.
Alongside Tiki Millions. Girl, you know what to do. Mash up the place. Hey, it's all about a good time and a good vibe right here on Team Soca. And you're tuned in and locked into DJ Tiki Millions. Right here, you can catch me each and every Sunday, 9 p.m. to 12 midnight, all right? And I have a brand new show right here on Team Soca, and it is called Soca, Bachanaal and Sense. Why? I love soca music. I love Bachanaal. You know, some people think Bachanaal is all bad, right? But Bachanaal is good excitement, it's hype. But then it could be the, you know, the bad Bachanaal too, right? And you know, we love the stupidness, and I absolutely love 20 cents, all right? So, you know, so I'm going to be talking some topics, talking some news, I'll be having guests passing through sometimes not. You're just going to be listening to me the whole time, all right? However, on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday, I have the lovely pleasure. I have two wonderful special guests. They are popping my Soca, Bachanaal and Sense cherry. I have the wonderful sweetheart of Soca music. She goes by the name of Ray. All right, and she represents Trinidad and Tobago. She's a South girl like me, so big up you, Ray. And big shout out to her manager, the big bad songwriter, manager, okay? He's an artist as well too, businessman. And we're going to be talking to Daryl Gervais as well, okay? So I have the manager and the artist. We're going to have a POV, just a look inside of their life, their journey, their day-to-day, road on the soca music, success road that is. And, we're going to talk to them about what they do, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and why they love soca music and why they're bringing it to you, all right? So you don't already see girl DJ Tiki Millions. And bless good night to each and every one of you tuned in and locked in. Please make sure and tell a friend to tell a friend. Download that Team Soca app, all right? And big up everybody worldwide. I'm broadcasting live and direct right here from the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city of New York. Lord have mercy, so many things happening. We had an earthquake. So, the eclipse coming out tomorrow. People saying all these other crazy stuff, but listen, you put God first and everything after, all right? That's why I say to that. And that, and it's that, right? So done already. I'll be getting into the big back interview at about 9:30. So you guys keep it locked right here. Don't go anywhere. And big up to all my Caribbean people tuned in and locked in. Big up all of my Trinidadians, everybody from Tobago, my Jamaicans, my Haitians, anybody from Grenada. Big up all the Greens pussy, the Jab pussy. Big up my Vincy Massive, the whole St. Vincent and the Grenadines, everybody from Dominica, St. Lucia. Shout out to the French Caribbean Islands, Bonnewiet, Sac-Passé, Haiti, Martinique, St. Lucia, Dominica, and big up Guadeloupe. Oh yes, Guadeloupe is such a beautiful island. I always wanted to go there, right? They speak French there, so you gotta make sure and have your French. You gotta be bilingual when in the Caribbean, all right? We have so many different islands. Big up everybody from Aruba, Curacao. They speak Dutch. Thank you all for tuning in. And big up everybody from Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, my Panamanian posse. Anybody from Belize? Big up all, all right? So buenas noches to you guys. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Hope all are doing good. I am doing muy bien, all right? You also have to make sure and have a positive outlook in life. There's a lot of negative things happening, but you can't let that run your mind. Look at positive things. Look at pretty things. Don't look at bad things all the time. Like whenever I find myself, getting my news stories and everything together for radio, I'm like, I'm talking about too much of bad things. I need to talk about the good things, right? Because that's what we need. That's what all you want, right? That's what you want. And if you're celebrating a birthday, big, big, big happy birthday to you. Feliz cumpleaños, bon fête. All right. It's a blessing to see another birthday, another year, all right? Happy birthday to you, my friend, right? So don't already see girl DJ Tiki Millions. Keep it locked right here on Team Soca. It's all about Soca, Bachanaal and Sense, right? Yeah. Called Chemistry, and she goes by the name of Ray, the sweetheart of soca. She will be here in a few to chat, alright? Run she mouth a little bit. I'm gonna be running my mouth too, right? And big up management, Daryl Gervais. Good vibes on a few, right? This is all for that hard rock rhythm. This one is called Chemistry. Big shout out to Scotch Bonnet and Advocates on the productions, right?
The ladies love Tiki.
Why we can't
One touch, you know. I like two touch.
Something happens when our eyes connect and it's undeniable. What we doing there, baby, what you doing me? And I find it hard to explain sometimes, but I know it's something special. What we doing there, baby, what you doing me? When we get close, it's a chemical reaction. Them pheromones stronger than physical attraction, and no one knows just how deep the bond is between the two.
I big up you on that Instagram live, everyone on that Facebook and YouTube. Good night. Well, you having a good chemistry with your girl Tiki? Let me know, let me know.
Every time we touch it, it's get fire red. Like why we can't deny that we have chemistry. Hey, you know you can't deny that we have chemistry. The way you turn me on, you have a hold on me. And every time we touch it, it's get fire red. Like why we can't deny that we have chemistry. The way you say, just bring it out. Bring the thing, just bring it out. Say what
The ladies love Tiki.
Give me the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me. Just bring the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me. Treat me right now and watch how I go ride a bike now. Oh Lord, oh yeah. Give me the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me. Bring the thing down and watch how I go ride all night now. Wind me down now, yeah. Bring the thing down and watch me bubble and roll it. Give me the thing down and watch how I go ride a bike now. Wind me down now, yeah. Bring the
You guys gotta go check out this video on YouTube. Very hot, you know. And she dances on them too. This one is called Give Me the Ting. Off of that bubblers rhythm, right?
Show thing. Come see what I have in store. Ain't you like that? I love it how I've been unwind back. Hey, ain't you like that?
She's the sweetheart of soca, but the lyrics kinda rude, right?
Give me the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me. Just bring me the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me. Treat me right now and watch how you ride a bike now. Oh Lord, oh yeah. Give me the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me. Bring the thing down and watch how I go ride all night now. Wind me down now, yeah. Bring the thing down and watch me bubble and roll it. Give me the thing down and watch how I go ride a bike now. Wind me down now, yeah. Bring the thing down. How you come take charge of it? Was the intention, baby? You come to talk or you come to look? Give me all your attention, baby. Hey, this one is for all of the women of the world. Women of the world, we run the world. Every girl, you know that you're perfect. One thing, yeah. You deserve a round of applause. I salute you 'cause you deserve it. So smile and be proud. Every queen are just a crown. You deserve a fire.
I love this song.
This one is for all.
It's called Adjust Your Crown.
Women of the world.
Big up yourself Ray, on this one, you know.
You know.
I love this song. So you ladies, you listening.
You deserve a round of applause.
You hear that?
Salute you 'cause you deserve it. So smile and be proud.
Oh Lord.
Every queen are just a crown.
Yes.
Deserve a round.
All my queens, make sure and adjust that crown, you know.
They're working, so smile.
And if your little king acting up, put him out of the palace, right?
Yeah. Nobody knows all the things you're facing. Yet you overcome them and that's amazing. You work hard every day with endless thing in your way. And none of them can say that you come.
Got that remix going on before the interview, right? Blessed everybody. Tune in and locked in right here to Team Soca on a Sunday.
Woman, you're blessed and favored. Girl, go. 'Cause it's you run the world. Them can't hold it down like you. Ladies are so proud of you. You deserve a round of applause. I salute you 'cause you deserve it. So smile and be proud. Every queen are just a crown. You deserve a round of applause. Girl, you worth it. You put a work in. So smile and be proud. You're a queen. Baby, when the rest are smooth, wine on ya. And I start to feel your hands around me body.
Yo, speed.
I know you love it when I smooth wine on ya. I could feel you pressing hard on me, making it hard
All
for
the
me.
ladies love Tiki.
You got me now.
face when you wind up on this one, right? Big shout out to Moto, Team Fox Production on this one, right? That's that the man kind of rhythm. It's all about Ray right now, right?
Bring me things slow, focus on it and slow. Just like that, go when you grip on my waist like that. That when I bubble and look back. You know you like that, baby. Just like that, when you grip on my waist like that. Go when I start to bend and push back. Different, you're going to like that. She can't bubble like me, can't give you love like me. Tick tock on it like me.
Talk now, Ray. Talk now, girl.
I don't mean to be rude enough, but I see how she do ya.
Better, you know.
Her best ain't good.
You gotta treat me better. You gotta walk me better, right?
You know, maybe I shouldn't say this, but if we could ever trade places, none of this would be one of the cases. No, cause if it was me, I could show you what you've been missing. Baby, I guarantee everything you need, boy. You don't wanna tell me twice. It's yours any way you like it. Keep that good firm and tight for you. Just so you know, anything she can do, I can do it too, and I do it better.
That's right.
Do that better.
I hear that.
Baby, I'm not ashamed to prove to you. If you want me to, I'll do better.
Well, better, you know.
Better. She can't bubble like me, can't get you up like me. Things up on the hook like me, like me. She can't bubble like me, can't back it up like me. Can't get you up like me, like me. She don't make you priority, let up see and neglect you. Boy, I'll always give on.
We're going to teach somebody, man.
All of me.
What's she saying here?
Baby, just let me serve you. Truth is, she don't deserve you. And a queen ain't gonna ever desert you. Cause if it was me, I could show you what you've been missing. Baby, I guarantee everything you need, boy. You wanna tell
What is the sweetheart of soca?
anyway.
What lyrics is this here, here, boy? This is all off of that Femme Fury rhythm,
So
alright?
you know, anything she can do, I can do it too, and I do it better.
Yes, Ray, talk now.
Got better.
Oh, Lord, let we go.
I'm not ashamed to prove to you. If you want me to, I'll do better.
So we're gonna switch over to Daryl Gervais for a few, alright? I love this song, so I bless up the airwaves, right? This one is called Over and Over. Well, I can't stop nothing, you know.
And nothing that they could do to stop my blessings coming true.
What?
You can't stop it.
Oh, no.
No, you can't block it.
Not at all.
Nothing that they could do to stop my blessings coming true. You can't stop it. No, you can't block it.
What they say, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, right?
Over and over and over.
What?
Over and over and over again. Over and over and over.
Just big up God. Put up your hand anyway there if you love God, right? You put God first and everything after.
Over and over and over again.
I love this one. Daryl Gervais. Friction, alright?
I don't know what I do to deserve it, but Jaja know I just try, I just try.
You want speed, you want speed.
Never was to be perfect, no. It's a real nights that I cry, but I cry.
TeamSoca.com.
But things don't always go my way, but I trust the process. I got 4 friends, them turn away. For a while I was upset, but it does always be okay. In the end it is always work out. So with confidence I go shout. It had nothing that you could do to stop my blessings coming true. You can't stop it. No, you can't block it. It had nothing that you could do to stop my blessings coming true. You can't stop it. No, you can't block it.
So I told you we have Ray, the sweetheart of soca, and Daryl Gervais, bad manager, bad artist, right? Songwriter as well, right? He wrote this song, Tender by Patrice Roberts. This is written by Daryl Gervais, alright?
And I'm gonna do anything, but put that on everything. Oh.
Ray and Daryl definitely have a lot of catalog under the belt, right?
If I give you all my love, and would you treasure? Would you cherish it? Can never let me go. Cause you're not gonna find someone Make I go love you, Jaja, Jaja, Jaja. Make I go love you, tender, tender, oh, tender, oh. My love the eternal, eternally, eternally, eternally. I love you for eternity. Oh, my love the eternal, eternally, eternally, eternally. I love you for eternity.
Give me the work, with the work.
When I tell you, man, it's a bad song, right? Him and Cash wrote this one, alright? Ladies, I know they know this one, right? Sing it out.
I come for this work.
Oh, Lord.
I come for this work.
What?
I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. I never work it properly. I wanna sign my signature, cross my T's, cause I have all the requirements that you need. My resume flawless, suitable, diverse, reliable. If you're hiring, I just want to go to work. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this.
I mean,
sign me up.
Daryl getting on sync with depending on.
I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work.
It's all about Soca, Bachanaal and Sense right here with your girl DJ Tiki Millions on Team Soca, right?
You say I have a vacancy, I go be #1 employee. I aim to please, guaranteed. I fit and ready. Alright, yeah, well equipped. The structure, a time in it. This economy, I've been looking for work. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. I never work it properly.
The ladies love Tiki.
Watch a designer, finance, wine and rude and tick on the road like that. She got the vibe and smile, her smooth profile. You go see when she go like that. Got the way that you're getting on, girl. You can perform.
Daryl Gervais definitely leaving his stamp all over the Soca history books, right? He definitely penned this one with Kes too, right? Plenty songs in it, but he's gonna talk to them in about 3 minutes, right?
She wine up, juicy. She wine up, juicy, juicy. She wine up, so juicy. She wine up, juicy, juicy. And they watching your body, they walking away. Down. You could do what you want, you don't care what they say. Hey, woman divine, girl, I lose my mind when you dip on the floor like that. Tickets delight, it's sweet and suit my type. When you tip on your toe like that. Daddy with that you're getting on, girl, you can perform. And I love when you turn me on. Just bounce and shake and bubble it, baby. Don't feel no way, cause I don't feel no way. Don't feel no way. Pushy wine and tingle lena. Pushy wine, juicy. Pushy wine, juicy, juicy. Pushy wine, so juicy. Pushy wine, juicy, juicy. And they watching your body, they walking away. Lord, you could do what you want, you don't care what they say. Yeah. I love how you style it, style it, style it, style it, style it, thing right. And I come to find
What you say, what you say? Give me the walk now, baby, come on. Give me the walk now, hey. Bring the walk now, baby, come, come, come. Give me the walk, baby. Don't tease me with a good time, baby. Don't tease me like that. I am in a different mood when I jam in, baby. Don't tease me like that. Cause you're whining good and whining good. You're whining good enough. Come on, whining good, whining good. You're whining good enough, yeah. Careful, baby. Just approach it with caution. Better focus on it. Cause that kind of thing no normal. Give me action, baby. Give me pace. Whip it up and lift it up and come let me turn up the place. Don't tease me with a good time, baby. Don't tease me like that. I in a different mood when I jam in, baby. Don't tease me like that. Cause you're whining good enough. You're whining good enough. Come on, whining round, baby. You're whining good enough. When my back's tapping, get in position behind me.
This one is called Team, from where I love this one, alright?
With my timing.
And it's off of that Miel rhythm. And we're going to talk to them right after this one, all right? So keep a look right here to Team Soca. Yeah. And big shout out to the Japanese crew. Everybody on Romania and Germany locked in. The whole of the UK, Europe, what's good?
The ladies love Tiki.
Anytime I need to hear something good, I tune in to my homegirl, Tiki Millions.
The ladies love Tiki.
Yeah, you know it's your girl Dollface Charmy, Miss Top About It, and I'm representing for good gal Tiki Millions.
It's Tiny endorsing Tiki Millions, the baddest female DJ. Right this up.
You are now locked into TeamSoca.com.
TeamSoca.com.
Yes, you don't already. It's all about a good time and a good vibe right here on Team Soca. And you're rocking out with the Caribbean urban voice of New York, Miss DJ Tiki Millions. That is me, that is I, that is she. And I thank you guys for rocking out with me. And, you know, I have a very, very special show prepared for you guys tonight. I like to talk to artists that I admire, right? I listen to their music. I watch it, you know, one thing with me, when I like an artist and I love the music, I just start them, right? Don't we all do that? We fan out, right? We're like, okay, let me, listen to the music. Let me see how they're moving. Let me see how these videos and things going. So I said to myself, you know what? I really like Ray. We were supposed to have this conversation a while ago. However, everybody get caught up. Then, mommy duties, those things happen. And here we are now. And I want to have a great, 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 big bad Team Soca. Welcome to the sweetheart of soca music. She goes by the name of Ray. And we also have the lovely pleasure of having her manager, songwriter, big man in the business, right? No Iowa. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Daryl Gervais. Daryl, Ray, what's going on all here?
Nice.
How are you feeling? How are you doing? How is Sunday going?
Good, smooth, peaceful.
Oh, I like that. Here, Daryl, I'm tired, I know. I walk all day. I write songs whole day and night me asleep and I hear now. Well, I'm so glad to have you guys here. Thank you for taking time out of your oh so busy schedule to come and chat to me. I appreciate that.
Thank you for having us.
I'm good. I'm so happy. I'm glad you guys are here. So, ladies first, Daryl, just hold on a second.
Just rock back.
Yeah, just rock back. You say I was tired, right? So rock back. Gap pillow. Cock up your foot. Do what you have to do. So Ray,
I've been on.
What are you drinking?
Wine.
I got myself.
I drinking some tea, so let's go. I had to stay sober because me want to go all the way left.
Oh God!
I know myself. I can't roll myself in too much, I just go hang out and don't, I just jump off the cliff. So I say, you know what? Let me just take things nice and easy and smooth and easy, and I'm gonna, make it nice. So Ray, first of all, I'm MILF, recognize I'm MILF, all right? So big up you, mommy. You done all right? Ready for
MILF?
Yes, and MILF from South, all right? Mothers that you would like to fool around with. That's what it's called. All right? You know what I mean? First of all, Ray, I just want to say, as a mother, right? First of all, you even look like you had children. That one, let alone you had two.
Yes.
How do you juggle music, traveling, and the babies?
It's difficult because I also have a full-time job. So I just make it happen, to be honest. It's a mental thing that I just kind of tell myself that this is what I want. I know what it takes. I know what I have to compromise. I sign up for this. So there's really no excuse. I just try my best to find the balance and make sure they never lose enough. Like no matter what I'm doing, they still have to come out top for me.
I know that's right. So shout out to your boys. I'm a boy mom too, right? So listen, there's something else. I had a niece and I'm like, this wasn't like this. I was like, this is a boy jumping off. Just very brave. You know, boys are very brave.
They're very active.
Yes. But they're beautiful. They love the mommy, yeah?
Yes. And that's what I love about it. Like, when that time comes for them to have a woman and thing, it might be a little problem. But
listen,
I'll wait till that time reach.
You see me? I'm gonna have money, right? This is my plans. I'm gonna, them rich over. I'm gonna have like the long trench coat, the little wrap over my head, the sunglasses, and if I like, she go get an envelope. Listen, I hope this is enough for you to leave my son alone and move the hell along, okay? Get your backside. Girl, I'm telling you, because listen, you see, boys. I'm a woman, but I grew up with boys too. I have 3 brothers, nothing but I said an uncle, boy cousins. I'm a girl cousins too, but our family is just boy dominated, man dominated, right? But let me tell you something. You see them girl and them little rang down, them little ratchet thing running around. No. Like I come around mine. No. You have to pray that way. Go and drop down.
I'm smiling. But I'm literally the same way. I be like, he can bring that too. He can bring that too.
Yes. Take that back outside and let it go where you get it from. Please, thank you. Let it loose where you get it from. Exactly. None of that's in here. So I know that you started soca music a little bit later. I know you began in 2019. Was that due to mommy's duties and a mother's sacrifice, which I all know too well?
I wouldn't really say so. I went to school for singing. So when I came out of school, I was like, okay, everything was music, like had a little, going in and out Black Child Studios and dabbling with people here, there, and there. But nothing really.
The gangsta soca, we had to rename you, girl.
We'll get into all of that. But now I was dabbling in it for a while, and somehow, some way in just, I guess, adulting, it kind of slipped through the cracks, and then I ended up having my first son, and it really kind of left my mind. And then at some point, there's just like this burning desire back in me, where I was like, oh my God, all I think about is music. Every time I sing, I get emotional, and I'm like, okay, if you're gonna do this for real, you gotta pick an avenue. So where you really wanna put your, and I chose soca, and that's how we pop.
And you're looking back, oh God.
Well, looking back.
Well, I love that, at the end of the day, it's always good to, like, I think as Trinidadians, I ain't care what nobody say, we are so multifaceted. Like, we always doing something. It's this and that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like, yes, I chef, I just fix a little car too. And I just help the little train and them off the bus when the end of the day come. You know what I mean? So it's like,
you can't all eggs in one basket.
No, you cannot. Yes, you have to figure out yourself on what you want to do. So, Mr. Daryl Gervais. All right. How you doing? Your wine kicking in your toe?
Let me just one second. How you hear our audio?
Very clean.
Echoing.
Mine's echoing a lot.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything.
You sound good.
Hold on, engineer Mafia, everything sounding good on your end? All right. You guys are hearing me echoing?
No, you sound perfectly fine.
Okay, because I think you guys are okay. Mafia, we good to go, right?
What we hear is just like a lot.
Every time we talk, we hear back what we saying. So we might sound a little slow. With
that's okay. You know what? That's fine. And what I'll do, I'll make sure and I'll slow it down as well too. But you guys are good to go. You sound very clean on the air, so we're good to go. So big up everybody on Team Soca tuned in and locked in right here to Soca Bachanaal and Sense. And I have the sweetheart of soca music, or maybe I had a name, she the gangstress of the soca music business, and singer, artist, songwriter, manager Daryl Gervais. So Daryl, first and foremost, am I pronouncing it right, Gervais?
Yeah.
Okay, because I always see me, I want to give me a tap in the back of my head. Kill it. You calling me all kind of different name and I big man in the business and you say no, here say my name wrong and all kind of thing. So how did you get started in the business? I know you have an array of great things that you do. I know that you do licensing for big companies, right? Production companies. You write music. You've written for Kes. Just to give you guys just a little bit of a rundown of who he's written for. Kes, Nyla Blackman, of course, his artist, Rady, Sweetheart of Soca Music, Nessa Preppy, Shal Marshall, Viking Ding Dong, Tamika Marshall. The list goes on, and J Dell as well. How did you get your foot in that hot seat?
So every day specific with soca, I really if I had to be complete with you, I didn't really want to get into soca. I had absolutely no interest to deal with the business of soca. I always looked at like kind of like a rat race, kind of thing. In terms of the business. Right. Not the love of the genre or anything like that, but the business.
Right.
I felt like it didn't really have a structure to it. It's more ran off what people used to, you know.
Yes.
But when I really got into like music business, I was working with like a lot of international songwriters and producers, my mentor, and I felt like I acquired so much knowledge throughout the years. I felt one day it kind of like I want to be able to kind of raise the bar and using things that I was learning back, you know, in home, you know, in our culture. But I felt like I wanted to be like a change agent in some way, you know, to help raise the bar, to help, you know, set some form of standard, you know, somehow influence, you know, the genre in some way. And I feel like I've been able to do that for the past couple of years. I feel like I sowed my seed, you know, and I see the seed taking roots and blossoming into something.
So do you feel like the business of soca is bad because it's kind of like, we just talk it now, nothing black and white, correct?
Well, a lot has changed since then, yeah. If I'm being honest, you know, a lot has changed. You know, we have trendsetters like Kesande that, you know, doing the business properly. We have a lot of people now that raising the bar in terms of the sound, in terms of, you know, they flying the flag real high, you know. And I can't say that soca is the same way it was being done back then, you know. Even with the business of things now, a lot of doors have since been opened for us. You know, there's a lot of people in the soca community, and not just in soca, but in the Caribbean, that's doing a lot of great things throughout, you know, the world of entertainment. But specifically in soca, I think that there are a lot of extremely talented people that's like, you know, like making the little, you know, trailblazing the way, you know, in different parts of the world, you know. And I feel like it's come a long way. Still have far to go, but it's come a really long way.
Yeah, it definitely has, and I can attest to that myself being in the business. So how do you navigate, right? Because you wear so many different hats. Like, you know, how do you navigate being a songwriter, a manager, artist, a businessman, a dad, fatherhood, right? How do you manage it all?
Kill, I don't even know. I have a mentality that I've had since childhood where I kind of just get things done. I try to not dwell on how full the plate is. You know, I kind of I get it done. You know, I prioritize the things. Like for me, I've always been like, I started off being a songwriter and an artist, and I kind of took a seat back, a step back with respect to the artist side of things. You know, because my desire was more to try and influence from behind the scenes and add value there, you know.
Right. And that's needed. That's necessary. It's not always
I
somebody.
think so.
Yeah, we need people to hold up the foundation for sure.
I think so. I think because first and foremost, I'm a creative first, you know. So I felt like I wanted to add value behind the scenes and add value to different artists and, you know, build my own and that kind of thing. As far as fatherhood and all them things, girl, everything I do it, you know, and I think legacy. I do it, and I think, you know, what I'm building something that someday that will make my kids proud, you know, that would somehow benefit them in the long run. As far as management is
okay.
Management is an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing, but it's a tricky thing too. It's a beautiful thing when it's being done properly, you know, when you have the right people you're working with. I think management is incredible. There is a beauty in building something with someone from scratch. There's a beauty in that.
Yes, that is true. And you found Ray from scratch, and this was 2019, correct?
Well, yes, this was 2019.
Okay.
So Ray could probably give you a little more insight into how the relationship started.
How did the manager and the artist link up, Miss Ray? How did that happen?
So funny thing is, right? I'm like, I want Daryl to answer this question because I always answer this question, and it would be nice to hear like a different perspective. But honestly, I would say the connection first happened in 2018. So again, it was one of those moments where like it heavy on my brain. I waking up and I'm like, I want to sing. Like it just kept beating. And I kept remembering that my cousin, for all these years, keep telling me about this friend he have. Yo, my boy does right for Kess and blah, 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 blah. So something, for whatever reason, after all these years, finally clicked in me. And I said, let me hit up my cousin and let me see if he's willing to have his friend have a conversation, right? Like literally no pressure, just a regular conversation in maybe advising how would one start? Like literally as basic as that, right? So he reached out to Daryl. Daryl was cool with it. I can't remember if he gave him my number or both numbers or whatever, but we ended up on a phone call. And again, the conversation was really just meant to be, hi, how you doing? I have this interest in, you know, pursuing soca music. What's your advice? You know, where should I start? Blah, blah, blah. Yes. Somehow that conversation turned into, he's a songwriter. He could write a song for me, but he ain't putting his neck on the block for nobody. So I had to sing. So now I'm like, oh God, like, you know, this is not the kind of conversation I was prepared for. So I'm like, okay, I start to make one set of excuse. I say, you sure? Because, you know, when you're on the phone and it's on Wi-Fi and the connection must be bad. So he's like, well, just sing something. I just need to hear, you know, I need to hear something. So I sang Alicia Keys' Falling for him. And he was like, okay, we could work. But the conversation didn't end there. Like, it wasn't just as clear cut as, okay, I sang, bam, 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 bam. Like, we still kind of was feeling each other out on the conversation. And in the first initial conversation, I learned he had two boys. He learned I had two boys. And there was just a lot in common just from that first conversation. So it's like, we almost like instantly clicked.
Right. And you guys are area too from Trinidad, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm, so, after that, right? So now I'm excited. I'm like, oh my God, he's so cool. Like, we really, really clicked and he's going to write a song. I did not hear from this man. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I know I'm feeling like I'm running him down because I send him messages and I'm like, hey, you know, don't forget me. You send no beat yet. You know, like every 2 seconds. And he's like, yo, trust me, I didn't forget you. That probably took months before he ever actually sent me any kind of music to listen to and to judge and anything like that. And then once he did that, I was speaking to my cousin Roy Cape and I was asking him like, okay, how do I choose, you know, the music? Like, how do I decide? And he's like, okay, you need to pick one of the pace where you could show them that you could sing, but you want to make sure you're hitting them with soca. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you want to be careful how you enter the door because the minute you enter it a certain way, you might be stuck, you know. how you enter it that way.
Yeah,
and
sure.
we went from there. He was telling me straight up, like, it was never a conversation about a manager artist kind of thing. It was never ever that. It was, you is my boy cousin, and I will help you as much as I can help you, so on and so forth. And then as the time went on, he was helping me so much that I kept joking around, and I kept saying, Manager Daryl, you know, just joking. But then people started to tell him, like, oh, you know, because we had went on radio interviews and things like that, and people started saying, oh, you know, I feel I could manage Ray, you know, she's like a sponge, blah, 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 blah. And he's still like, oh, I don't have time for that, you know, I can't really manage no artist, da, 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 da. And I'm not pressing it, you know, I just joking around calling him manager artist. Right. I mean, Manager Daryl. But bam, now we going on radio interview, and they want to know, who is this man next to me in this radio interview? And he gone on radio and call himself manager.
It looked thing.
So once he did that, I was like, hey,
that was it.
That's it. You're stuck. I say, you publicly announced yourself as Ray's manager. So here what, you can't back out now. I don't care what excuse you have, you cannot. And we literally have been pumping since. And that was 2019.
2019, and I can imagine you go through, you run them down whole 2019, only for March the 15th, 2020, the place shut down.
Only
for that to come and happen, right? They say, but what's going on here?
Listen, and we real work for 2020, yeah?
Boy. Yeah.
Yes, because I know you was
amazing jumpstart.
You was on the Totin rhythm. You had your songs billing. Was that kind of, how did that feel? Was that like somebody just knocked the wind out to you, like, did you feel like giving up when COVID hit?
No, actually. I know I was a pest. I know I was very probably annoying for Daryl, but there was no thoughts of giving up. It was really kind of like push even harder. Now, like while COVID is a very like sad moment, we lost a lot of people. I'm still actually very grateful that I was on the other end of being able to benefit a lot from the quarantine and stuff like that. Before COVID, I couldn't record myself. I couldn't do them. If I turn on Logic, I don't know what button to press. I don't know how to record myself in COVID. We started doing a lot of virtual shows and things like that. Started learning, like, okay, producers don't really want to push forward because they don't know, they're feeling out what's going to really happen. Is there going to be a carnival? So now it's like, okay, well, now we need to look at different avenues. Who's willing? You know, we can't just stay in this one lane, right? Like, we had to keep pushing, and literally I'm on his back like every day. I'm like, you talk to anybody willing to release, anybody willing to this, anybody we need to write a song, we need to do this, we need to, like, literally nonstop just on his back. And we worked through COVID. Like, we was pumping through COVID, but in we house, but we was pumping. We was on real virtual performances and all kind of things.
Yes, I that's why I saw you first, and then I saw you live because, well, I'm a RN, so you know I was in the thick of it. I was like, well, what is this? I said, what is, you know, you used to be like, oh, I'm so proud to be a nurse. I'm like, what a time to be a nurse, right? You drive. I'll never figure. I would be driving on the Bell Parkway on the Grand Central going to work. I was working in Manhattan. Oh Lord, me and myself on the highway. No, it's like you will never see a time like that. Never. So, Ray, let me ask you a question. Is soca music, are you having fun with it? Is it fun for you?
It's absolutely fun for me. Yes. I love it. At the end of the day, before I was a soca artist, I was a fetter. I in the club, I in the fets, right through Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, I'm in it. So for me, it was just changing the avenue that I'm in it, but I've been in it. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't something new for me. It was just changing, again, the aspect of how I was applying the music and the culture. And it's always been fun for me. Always.
You know, because the same thing with me, I was a party girl from a long time. So when I turned a DJ, it wasn't really nothing more just to learn the equipment. You know, I'm like, I know these songs, I know them word for word. So let me ask you, all right, so you know what we're going to have to do in about 5 minutes, I'm going to have to pay these bills, all right? Team Soca listeners, I want you to stay right here because we ain't get to the juicy part yet. And I ain't to rush nothing because no rush, but no juicy part.
Oh, God.
Man, all they hold on to all they shorts and panties, things get
10 p.m. we getting after dark. We getting after dark here.
Very, very steamy. So, what are some of the pros and cons of being in the soca business. You can go Ray first, and then Daryl, you can let me know after.
I think the pros of being in it is having the ability to spread the culture, being part of that group that's trying to take soca even further, have it more known, and again, it is going, but it really still has a long way to go. So joining in that fight, for lack of a better word, to kind of continue to push it, I definitely see it as a pro. I'm not gonna lie to all you, it has come with some free thing that has been a pro too. Like, I can't tell you the last time I paid for a costume, and I'm not gonna lie, that adds up.
I ain't care
them costumes.
I don't care how much money you have. Everybody loves freeness.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not gonna. It's not the top thing, but again, you know, as a woman, playing mass is expensive, and
hundreds of dollars for costume. I could get one free. Like, sign me up too. Why not? Sign me up.
Exactly. So that's definitely one of the pros. Also kind of just getting to travel, see different places, network with people, build different relationships, get to learn different people, and even artists that I was listening to prior to being an artist. Is so crazy sometimes being in the position where I stand next to this person having normal conversations.
Right.
Like, I used to be jamming out to your music. You know what I'm saying?
I used to do that to you. Like, the first time, you'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe I stand up to so and so.
I didn't hear what you asked.
Who was the first artist that you had that gave you that like feeling like, oh my God, I'm like, you know, here, like next to. I could tell it for me, it was Marshall. I couldn't believe I hosted a show and Marshall was performing in Missouri here in Queens.
Yeah.
I used to work with the team and them, and I was just like, I can't believe I said okay. Like, this is crazy, like, you know.
So I'm not a very big like fan out person. I mean, I did recognize like, yo, I used to jam to these people's music, but if I had to say there was a moment of a fanning out, that probably Daryl don't even know this. There was a time that we were pumping for the season, and Daryl had to stop by Kes, and I was with him. And we stopped by him, and we just liming in the front. And I'm sitting there trying to keep my composure because I'm like, holy shit. I'm like I'm just sitting here like kicking it. Like I am just like it's not a fete, it's not a this, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, I real quiet because I don't want to say the wrong thing, I don't want to do the wrong thing, I don't want to come off like no fan, I don't want to come off too extra. I just sit in there and I just rock back, right?
I remember that night because we were writing Douche actually.
Yes, and also it was those moments too, right? So they had a couple of moments where I was blessed enough to be around them while they're writing a song, and I sit in there like, girl, this song ain't even come out yet. You hear and you listening to them write it, and you know those moments felt absolutely crazy and amazing. But at the same time, what it taught me is everybody's just a freaking human being, like. Literally having that moment, I think that was the moment for me where I transitioned from not really just seeing Kes as like, oh my God, it's Kes the art. It's like, yo, he chill, he's human, he's a normal individual, you know what I'm saying? And that was a really, really grateful moment for me. But yeah, Daryl, I was finding out on the low and you didn't really know.
That is good. At least you didn't have to pull you to the side and get a lecture, you know what I mean? Right. All right, so we're gonna stick a pin. All right, Team Soca listeners, keep a look right here. I have the sweetheart of Soca, Ray and Daryl Gervais, multifaceted songwriter, producer. You listen, the man bad. All right, so keep a look right here on Team Soca, and we will be right back. Okay, don't change that down.
South Florida Carnival Band Leaders Association presents Carnival Expo and the Miami Carnival Showcase of the Bands, May 3rd to 4th. This to the experience is not one to miss. Workshops, panel discussions, guest speakers from Carnival around the world, DJ symposium, designer challenge, vendors, sound clash, and much more. And close out the day 2 event with a showcase of the Carnival costumes for the 2024 Miami Carnival and Junior Carnival. Join us as we band together and share the culture and industry of mass. From behind the scenes to the road. Tickets and registration at www.sfcbla.org. Get your weekend pass now.
ATL, Atlanta, are you ready? You're on the road, Atlanta Juve, on Friday, May 24th. The gates open at 5 a.m. with big trucks rolling out at 6 a.m.
Till the last drop of Bachanaal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again.
Out of towners, you have to be in Atlanta by Thursday, May 23rd. Atlanta Juve, we say. Atlanta Juve.
Looking for sweetness to put inside a basket. I am the whole thinking market.
Atlanta Juve, we say. You ready for Juve? We outside. We outside on the road. Sign up with one of the 10 trucks or purchase a route entry ticket at weontheroadjuve.com.
We don't beat girl, but we beat drum bad. We beat drum bad. We don't pick side when we beat drum bad.
TeamSoca.com, your Trinidad Carnival station.
Show them your best self. Show them your best self. This is our blessing. Give me your everything. Show them your best self. Show with all your best friends.
The all-new Soca hits and more right here at TeamSoca.com.
Last up of Bachanaal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. Play with all my friends and them. No place like home.
On Sunday, the 26th of May, JT and One Associates LLC presents the 24th annual We're White Ladies Edition, starring Nadia Batson and Arthur.
I am the whole
Patrice Roberts and the 80s. TNT Road March King 2024, Miguel Taylor.
No place like home.
At 7301 Stonecrest Concourse, Latonia. Admission $50 at VIP Social. Physical tickets at Georgetown Food Market, T1 Roti Shop, International Food Market, and Caribbean Roti Shop. For more information, contact 678-575-8559. 786-286-6166 and 770-337-3995. The 24th annual We're White Ladies Edition on Sunday, the 26th of May. Doors open at 8 p.m. and we're outdoors.
Atlanta, get ready. Impulse Experience Moss Band presents Imagine, the parade of the bands for Atlanta Carnival 2024. Imagine.
Million carnival of a contract. Every year we go hard like nail on the road with.
At West Side Park, downtown Atlanta, Georgia, on Saturday, May 25th, 2024. The newest band at Touch Atlanta. Music by DJ Spice, One Drop Sound, and DJ Rad. Unlimited food and drinks, premium services, Juve package included. Imagine. Registration is now open and sections are filling up. Get your orders in early. For more info, call Keisha or Kay at 404-203-3006 or visit impulseexperience.com. Imagine.
How we go jump till morning? Look, the moon don't sleep.
TeamSoca.com.
You are now locked into TeamSoca.com.
Tiki Millions, big up yourself for Mr. Easy, keeping it breezy.
The ladies love Tiki.
You done already, we are back with the vibes. We are absolutely back with the vibes right here on Team Soca. And you're rocking out with your girl, DJ Tiki Millions, and it's always about a good time and a good vibe, all right? Soca, Bachanaal and Sense, that's my brand new show right here each and every Sunday night, 9 p.m. to 12 midnight, all right? And I have two wonderful guests that were here. We're going to continue on right where we left off. I have the sweetheart of soca music, Miss Ray.
Yeah.
Bad songwriter, artist, manager, all around bad man. Mr. Daryl Jerry. So we back with the things, right? So we left off where we were talking about the pros and the cons of the soca business, right? And Daryl, you're there, right? I hear you. Daryl, you there?
Yeah, I right there.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I ain't lose nobody. I ain't lose no out of touch with anyone. All right, so Daryl, let me ask you a question. As a songwriter, right? At times, do you feel burnt out? Do you get writer's block?
Yeah, and when it's come bad too. I've had writer's block for like months at a time before. Yeah, but I mean, there's exercises you do, and you kind of have to fight through it sometimes. Sometimes it's good to just leave it alone and let things just flow.
And
But
do other
you can work out of it. Huh?
and do other things, right? Like to get your mind
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Yeah, that's something that you could do to kind of get outside, or you could intentionally, work through it and fight through it. I do that as well.
Okay, come on.
There's exercises.
Songwriter, I know the
I
vibe.
remember.
Yes, yeah. We could talk some one thing. Who knows? Maybe I might pen something for you. You know what I mean? A female, no Santa female's mouth, right?
Bring it.
That's ready. So we're gonna get into the hot seat questions in a little bit, right? I just wanted to ask you just a couple more things. So when it comes to the soca business, right? Because we're in the business of soca music here on Team Soca. Ray is a artist, right? She's been doing this for 5 years now, strong. And I think I know why you started to manage. She was persistent. She wants it. She wants it, right? From what she was telling you don't have to rush.
One of the key things that made me that made that process easier was, well, aside from the fact that we clicked and we had that chemistry from the jump, right? The other thing too was, one of the qualities that stood out to me was that I felt like she wanted it. She had that desire and that drive for it. And I felt like she listened, that was a big thing for me. It felt teachable, so, and I felt as though I found a friend in Ray. And I feel like we could have made a good team at that time, Those were some of the key things that kind of stood out to me. But yeah, the teachable, and she had that desire and that passion. Because if it's one thing I used to always say, I say this to almost every client, like, I can't want this more than you, and I can't be outworking you for your own career. Like, I'm not supposed to do that, So yeah, so those were some of the key things in the beginning.
And that's an important thing too, as we told before, I used to manage artists and stuff before, and I had to let it go because they were not what I'm listening to Ray. I'm like, well, where was the persons like her when I had the passion to do it? It was almost like I had to do everything. I'm like, nah, this can't work. And then I have other things that I was doing. And I think if you have somebody who's driven, even if you're wearing other hats, you don't have to wear that hat for them. You know what I mean? They will sit down there, they'll come in and write it out and do what they have to do. So as a songwriter, how do you come up with songs for females? Is it coming from personal experiences, or you see a little big bottom thing walking around and you just say, you know what, man, that go, because Carter say if you see a girl and they can't get you.
For me, if I have to, let me generalize it first. I pull inspiration from everywhere, but when I specifically dealing with an artist, I sometimes ask the artist, like, what's going on in your life right now? What do you want to talk about? And I do that a lot with Ray. I would get a beat, or I would seek out some music from some producers, and I'd ask her, like, when you hear this, like, what you feeling? What do you want to talk about? What kind of topic you want to talk about? Okay. But so part of it is taken from whatever desire they have on their heart, and then adding my spin to it and really structuring the song from there. I think a good songwriter knows how to listen and how to draw from any and anything. A good songwriter is a sponge.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, 100%. I love that.
So it could be as simple as a conversation, and a specific word pop out, and that word could ignite a inspiration right there too.
Yes, and I like that. And because in this business you find a lot of men that write songs for women, and sometimes I'm like, okay, that's nice. Because I think if you date a man as a woman, you should be able to write a song for a man too as well, right? So Ray, all right, so we're gonna
understand women to a certain degree too.
You should, right? If you cannot write, right? How could you not? How could you not, right? It's a must. So, Miss MILF. All right.
Yeah, I like that.
Talk to it.
I love when I talk to other females in the business who are mothers, because it's really a powerful thing. You know what I mean? Because we could just sit at home and just let our lives be consumed by these little human beings, and we don't. You know, we push through, but we do what we love to do. We feel passion, and it's good for the babies too, because the worst thing they want is a miserable mother. Like, you know, I could have had this career if it wasn't for you.
No, but you're teaching them too at the same time to go for it, to follow their dreams, and that's one of the biggest things for me is encouraging them to understand that the world is not black and white like how it used to be. It will have to. I mean, while I want them to go to school and I want them to get a degree, at the same time, their life don't end because. And I feel like that's kind of something that was like drilled into like my brain. It's almost like, if you don't go and do this, you're going and go to school for singing. Why is that? Like, you know, like is this idea of like, it's impossible to like, you know, have a lifestyle or something, you know, with these kind of backgrounds.
Let's sing it.
Huh? Yeah, exactly.
You just want to go to school, get good grades, get a job.
And we're going to do a trade.
Listen, I am the product of that myself. Now my parents still looking at me. Why are you doing radio? You don't know what's wrong with you, but they don't get it. They'll soon get it. Once they start to pick up, then they will get it. So we had to talk about the hot video, right? Because you know I have to call Shimmy because watching the video. I said, "What's the mother to turn up?" I get it. So
mother to live on.
Listen, hello. I am the cool. I like that. I don't. Whenever you see someone, you know, like some people, they like to bash and judge. We know how social media can be, right? Oh, look at all that Bamsi outside and she are cheering. Okay, well, you know, part of that Bamsi being outside, you know, so that bring the father, so hence why they're here. It's like, you know, so I love the video. You know, it's giving fun with your girlfriends, hot and sexy, just like a nice best vibes. I really, really like the video, and you had the nice dancers in there too, right?
Yes.
And you know, no, shout out to whoever casted the dancers. Big up to all it, because sometimes, you know, they say, "Oh, we don't judge."
Cast the dancers.
Now we sit down there and we
find them dancers.
Really, yeah, like we really was like, okay, it was almost as if it was auditions. Like,
well, it was like Oprah, you in the video.
Yeah. And of course, I was like, yeah, I ain't like that one. I ain't like this one.
Of course, listen.
She ain't doing it for me. She ain't cute enough.
Presentation, and you know. So let's have an honest conversation about that, Ray. We're gonna just stay since we're going in that hot direction. It's true, right? Because let's be all the way clear, right? If Ray wasn't a pretty girl, cute girl, would you have managed her? Let's keep it up. Let me keep it up.
That's a good question.
That's a real good question. I can answer it honestly too, though. So part of the reason why I decided to and why it made it so easy is because aside from the qualities that I already mentioned, I already analyzed the situation and I was like, okay, she's a package, you know? And if I have to jump into this role, I am going into the role knowing that I have everything that I could take and actually turn into a star, and you know. So one of it, of course, where this world, everything is aesthetics, right? So one of the things I had to look at was, yes, I think she's very attractive. You know, she's a beautiful young lady. She's sexy, so it's going to work. Yes. You know, the voice is already there. She has a tone. I could work with that. You know, and she has some style. So all the aesthetics come together.
Yeah,
oh God, that's not this.
Come better with that one. Come.
All right, so she has style, not some style. She has style, right? So right back to your question now. If she wasn't an attractive woman, probably it may have been more difficult for me. Okay. I could see the beauty in almost any and everybody. I could find the beauty in almost anything, but I think her not being aesthetically pleasing for me would have probably made it a little more difficult.
It had. She's not.
I think for anybody.
She's not hard to look at. You know what I'm saying? She's very.
Exactly.
That's marketable. You know, a lot of times people don't understand that. And again, it's not about, you know, going and getting all these surgeries and doing all these different things. And again, the girls that do, there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, you understand this is a business where it's people look at you first and then they hear what you have to say after. That's the truth. That's just how it is. You know?
Big facts. Yeah.
You know.
And depending on the situation too, you could get really far if you're just using your body alone too. So, but of course, there's a lot of respect that doesn't come with that. So,
Yeah. So let's get straight into it. So Ray, I know I love the video, but Bamsi cheeks, right? Let's get into the Bamsi cheeks conversation. So, you have very nice Bamsi cheeks, by the way. No, listen. Hey, hello. It was there for me to see, right?
Why, thank you very much.
I mean, and I love it. So let me ask you a question as a mom, right? Do your wonderful boys, like, do your sons come to you, mommy? Why you have your Bamsi out?
So I don't. So first of all, I don't typically, right? And I kind of want to clear the air about this because I know, like, I've been known to say a couple times, like, I'm not the kind of person that does have myself out there, and I'm not. However, that does not mean that I'm afraid to show a little Bamsi. It just means that that's not how I am selling myself. That is not my mode of my package. Like, you're not gonna like me because I exposing myself. Will you maybe see some bottom? Yes, because I'm a woman and it's carnival and it's soca and it's the culture and things like that. You will see it, but I don't pride myself in making that like my thing. That's not.
You embrace your sexuality, but you're not raunchy. You're not
right. I'm not using my body to sell myself, but that doesn't mean I tie up and However, when it comes to my kids, I am very. Exactly. But when it comes to my kids, I am very protective of what they see, and not just from me. In general, I am very protective of what they see. So sometimes I will be watching my phone and they give me the thing video might be on. I'm like, oh, come on my phone, like, because they down in it. Or even if it's not me, I might just be scrolling through reels. And again, because majority of the people on my page is part of the culture, you're seeing a lot of Bamsi on my feed. So I just really kind of try to like keep them out of my phone. And these are things that they're going to see eventually anyway. But as long as I could prevent it as to what I find is a appropriate age for that to really be the norm of what they see, then that's fine. When they reach that age where they're capable of understanding for themselves, like, okay, this is mommy's job, so to speak, right? This is not mommy. This is mommy's job. And this is what is part. I don't personally feel they're at that point yet where they could say that. They might just be like, mommy, what's wrong with you? Why you don't have that? So I would hold how they see what they see and what exactly they see.
And I love that. And you know what? If you guys don't know, I saw a very nice video. I was like, damn, I have to do that too. I saw you said that one of your sons and I wanted the door painted in the Trinidad flag. You did it. You are Miss DIY. Are you the queen of DIY? I thought that was so amazing. And things like that. I don't think about, like, they may see this part of the entertainment side, but they don't see the wholesome side of it too. Sometimes I feel like people can't see it too, and that's in our culture. So something in our culture, right? So we're gonna get straight into it. So in our culture, sometimes you'll see a situation where you have a man as a manager and you have the female as the artist, and a lot of the times they are together. So are you guys dating?
Repeat the question.
Are you guys dating?
No. We do bicker like all married
she's like
when we're ready. But no, we're not.
Okay.
So whoever was hoping, sorry to pop all your bubble, but we're not. We're real cool and we really do have a chemistry and we've had one from the jump. So I think we got lucky on both ends.
Oh, they have a professional relationship. That is key. And I love that. And I why I ask that is because some women feel that, unfortunately you have some managers, they want to pelt front at the girls and them, right? And then feel like, well, I must receive his front in order for me to get in front. So I just, anybody listening, if you're an artist and you're listening, just know if men are coming at you like that, not every man in the industry is a predator. Okay. A lot are, as we're seeing, a lot of things unfolding, and there's so many that is not even unfolding. And if you're behind the scenes in certain businesses, you see things, you just be like, OMG. But at the same time, young ladies, I would say, get your money up, have yourself together. Don't let no man take advantage of you. There are good people in this business that will actually help you if you want to help yourself, and you don't have to compromise your dignity for that. You know what I mean?
I think it goes on both sides in the sense of there's situations where women will get those advances, but it doesn't mean that the couples that you're seeing in the industry stem from anything like that. You know, we don't know what was the circumstances, you know, like how this one get together with that one, you know. That could have been just organic, you know, those things happen too.
No, of course.
Especially when people working together.
Yeah, what I will say about it though is I don't know if you remember when quarantine had happened, there was like this app. I cannot remember the name of the app for the life of me, but it's almost like having like telephone
Clubhouse.
Conversations.
Was
it?
Clubhouse.
I think it was Clubhouse, yeah. And one of the conversations that we did talk about, I was actually in a group with like majority females was in the group, and we talked about this topic a lot. We talked about it's not just the matter of sexual advances and things like that is undermining, is things like that just because you're the woman in the industry, and part of that comes with also the woman kind of taking a stance, because the more women that let it happen, the more women that, yes, I know you want it bad, right? But if you're really just doing it because you want it and it's not who you are, you're kind of training that to be the dynamic that keeps on happening, because then the men who are doing it as, you know, sexual advances and things like that, they're going to say, well, I get you with this one, so you're not getting this if you don't do this. And it's kind of like somebody, some woman, somewhere has to be that person that's like, no. And you know what the sad part is? It might cost you your career, but at the same time, you had to stand on something. And that's kind of how I entered this, right? Before I even started this, I went around asking a lot of people like advice, like, well, why did you stop, you know, fulfilling music as a career? What made you start it? What were some things that happened to you? Like, these are different questions I was asking females that I did know that had any kind of relationship in the music industry. And a lot of these stories kind of came the same, like being taken advantage of, being basically, you know, shoved aside, like, oh, your opinion don't matter. Like, oh, you don't have nothing to say. You don't know what you're talking about. That's a big thing today. You don't know what you're talking about. Use the woman. So you could never know better. And it's kind of like somebody has to put their foot down. Some woman has to say, nah. And if I don't know better, I could learn better at the end of the day. It doesn't make you as the man above me. It doesn't make my body your thing to use in order for me to get that way. But again, somebody has to change it, right? Somebody has to say, I'm not allowing this to happen. And if I'll ever meet Ray, I go be that somebody. So.
No, and it's true. And I know, you know, and you always look at it from our side as a woman. However, I do know men go through it too. You have some
definitely
powerful women in the industry who will dangle your success over you. You know, some of these, and unfortunately, sometimes it's be the bigger ones, the cougars and them. You know, the cougars and them in the studio, boy coming, oh, something like I can sink my teaching.
Listen.
You know, just everywhere but loose.
Yeah.
So, and
listen, I just get advances.
I don't come into you.
Don't come around me.
Come in, you're swinging your way now. Let me ask you as a son. I know girls just pell panties at you. I know that they say, Daryl, I will give you some. Give me a hit.
Yeah. And some of them may not outright come out and say it, but they will drop the little hints for you to, you know, like what we could work out, you know. Artists straight up ask, big artists too straight up ask me, Shaved this whole thing. His whole thing, like, what is he seeing? You know, like
crazy.
So it comes on both sides, you know. I am aware that women have dealt with a lot of things from certain men throughout history and whatnot and things. But that's not the case for every man, that's not the case for every woman. You know, and not every falling out has to do with the sexes. You know, sometimes somebody might just legitimately think you don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's not because he's a woman, you know. Sex had nothing to do with it. You know? You know, but I can't say that across the board. I can't say that is the case for every situation, you know. I think, you know,
so
I just get real fed up at the battle of the sexes sometimes, but go ahead.
You ever fall victim? Did anybody had your weekend and he's like you had to like block off your phone, like, man, if I turn on the phone, I go had to write this song for she and she go out of court.
I never fell victim to it.
Okay.
I never felt victim to it, but
because
at the same time too, depending on who make the advance, you're not going on. You don't want to burn bridges, but you will set a certain boundary, and you might just stay away. You don't have to respond ever again, you know. Because it's not typical for men to be bricks and girl and thing, but you have to be girl real tricky out here and thing, girl like watch yourself. Calling thing.
You have standards because guess what? You have them the stalking you, the crazy. And when time come before you know you're in a party and you'd be like, whoa, what's going on here? Surrounded by she crew because you didn't call she back, and then she go tell them something. I know they want the man and them come beat you up and all kind of thing. I know them kind of saying, you know, I have brothers. I growing up in Queens, I know them kind of time in that girls and them is beyond. So I know it's not always just always on the woman's side, and it's
not
both ways. Okay.
And me generally, I don't be in nobody DMs like that and saying nobody could say, should we just be my DMs, getting my talks and being thirsty and
like
no, that ain't me at all. If anybody say that, the damn lie, I could tell you that.
Hey, anybody who disagreed, Daryl, hey, slide them a DM. Let me know the man lying right now.
Catch him. Don't wait till he reaches Diddy. Don't wait till he reaches Diddy. Blow him up from now.
Don't wait, oh Lord, have mercy. And you guys are tuned in right here to Bachanaal and Sense on Team Soca, right? And it's your girl DJ Tiki Millions with the sweetheart of soca music, and you know the bad songwriter, artist, and producer and manager Daryl Gervais. So let me ask you a question. Okay, and this is I'm gonna go with Ray first. So have you dealt with any type of rudeness, any disrespect? You don't have to name any names, because one thing I'm you know, in our culture we have this thing, name names. I don't think
call name. Mm-hmm.
That calling names does nothing. You might get a little hype for the little time, but it can be damaging on both ends. You know what I'm saying? When you know business, you know certain stupidness is not good for business. And I'm not about that. I'm not here to bring anybody on here and be like, damn, I ain't going back on she show. What you come and ask me stupidness, and I get caught up. And then you know what I'm saying, I spill in real tea and Milo and all kind of thing, not just tea alone. So is there anybody in the business that ever, you know, if you get disrespected and you know, rudeness, and it's somebody who's smiling up in everybody's face and they think like this happy person, but behind the scenes is worse than dog tutu?
I think I've been what I would consider disrespected in different ways, like meaning to say that I've been very lucky from the beginning to have Daryl. So I feel like Daryl being there has been like the blocker, for lack of better word, for certain disrespects, like even somebody coming just a little too extra, you know, like pushing up or anything like that. However, I think I've been disrespected a couple of times behind this idea of being the sweetheart. Now, what people don't know, what a lot of people don't know, and it's because I don't talk about it much. Like everything you really see on my page for the most part is Trinidad Kids music. But aside from Trinidad being my home, my next home is Southside Jamaica, Queens, and I don't play. I don't straight up. I don't play disrespect, right? So because I've been branded the sweetheart of soca, a lot of times I feel that people have said things to me or done things that they maybe thought I would have just rocked back, and you know, and people have gotten away with a lot. So for example, there was this one incident where I got into, for lack of better word, an argument on the road, and this male put his hand in my face, and I was
a male soca artist?
No, just like a male. Within the industry, but a male, like, but not an artist or anything like that.
Okay.
Put his hand at least close enough to my face that's disrespectful. And when I tell you I don't care, at that moment there was no sweetheart, there was no nothing. It was Ray from Southside Jamaica, Queens, because we was about to fight. Like we was about to throw the hands. Like I don't. You see that? I'm not the individual where it's like, oh God, I can't do that because they say I need sweetheart. Disrespect is disrespect.
And I don't stand on disrespect. So in the moment when that happened, I was really ready to fight. And almost instantaneously after it happened, guess what? Daryl ended up getting messages now talking about, oh, well, I hear the sweetheart are soca not so sweet. And in my brain, I'm like, they for real? So I must rock back as a woman. I must rock back. Let you as a man come up that close to me in the first place, where your hand is deemed too close to be misunderstood in the first place. And I must remain the sweetheart. No. I don't care. At that moment, soca out the window, artistry out the window. Nobody's going to disrespect me.
Yeah.
The other forms of disrespect that I've had is people know that when I'm out, first of all, as a whiner girl. So I love to enjoy myself in a fete, whether it's as a soca artist, whether it's as normal Ray, whatever, right? And because I'm the sweetheart, a lot of artists and a lot of people in the industry will come up to me and they will whine, which is not a problem. I don't have a problem with that at all. But there's been a couple of times where with the whine now, they will make a comment like, see, that's why you so different from the rest of them. Because I know you would have given me a wine. I find that to be disrespectful. Maybe they're not being disrespectful and I'm not putting that disrespect on them. But to me, how I take that is, you're the sweetheart, so I know I go get through with you. Like, I know you're not going to act up. I know you're not going to do this. I know you're not going to do that. And it put me in a weird kind of position, because then it's like, well, do I need to just maybe stop dancing when I go to these events? Because if you're my boy, if we's cool, that's nothing. But you see, to make that kind of statement, those statements feel very weird to me, because it's like saying, okay, is there a different level of respect? Is it that you're saying, you know, it's too many questions that come into play in a statement like that. So I personally find that to be disrespectful. Again, not taken away from the people who've said it. They may not have meant it in a disrespectful way. But for me, it feels like I'm backed up against a wall, because now if I turn you down, then I might get again, right? How the sweetheart does operate. So she does, you know. So it's a little difficult sometimes.
That bitter, but
yeah.
I mean, I think that, you know, and you know, as a woman in this business, I could tell you see me sitting here doing my own thing, right? I went through that when I first started radio. I was with men, and you know, I had to. Some people may see you. Some people have two sides of me in this industry. Tiki is nice. Tiki is aggressive. Yeah, I was aggressive. I'm aggressive with you because I had to. I had to get like. I had to let you know.
And that's what people don't see. They they comment, and they don't understand what's been happening to you behind the scenes. For you to respond that way. And because again, we're the woman, it's almost anticipated that we must act a certain way. Or if you slide in my DM and use a producer or use a next artist or whatever, and you slide in my DMs and your thing is babes, you know, like from the time you start the conversation like that, you know, it's already kind of given. You're trying a thing. And then now as a female, we have two options, right? We laugh it off and we just say, yeah, what's up, you know, or we correct them and then we label them as having an attitude or being too aggressive or the next famous word that's, I wouldn't say, but
female dog. There we go.
Yeah,
female.
exactly.
I'm telling you, you know, and it's a fine line, but I feel that I could tell any woman in this business, you stick to your guns, you're gonna get far. Yes, you can't always get through faster. Because the nicer you are, the more easy you are to work with, quote unquote, right?
Right.
Get through faster. But I feel like this. Once there's a woman, and like one thing I came in this business, shout out to my mentor, DJ Max. I used to just do radio talk, and male DJs, because I didn't want to sleep with them, they would like not show up to my show. I have artists. I'm like, but what do you ask going on here, boy? How this reached me? So he's like, just start to learn how to DJ, do your own thing, man, and go talk to the owner of the station, get your own show, get out of them guys' show. I was like, you know what? You're right. I go down and do that.
Yeah.
And then, so again, sometimes you may have to take an extra step, learn a new skill to get yourself up further, and there's nothing absolutely wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, well, I was gonna ask you if the sweetheart of soca had to get on bad behind the scenes with anybody, but you don't answer for me.
and I really try not to, because I understand that with that name comes a certain expectation. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm a human being, and like I say, a lot of people don't know that side of me, and it's because how would they? I don't really talk about it. I don't really when I'm on interviews, everybody like, oh my God, she's so sweet and she's so this. But the truth is a lot of interviews don't ask the real questions at the same time too. So they don't get those answers that would say, okay, well, here's how Ray would react in a situation like this. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, for me, is a respecting, and worse yet, we in public, right? So is a respecting and is a pride thing too, because yes, I'm on the road as an artist. So worse yet, now you come at me in a certain dynamic. Now my brain is also thinking, well, you're embarrassing the artist as well as disrespecting the individual. Exactly. So now I have to respond how I have to respond. And for the most part, there was another time in Miami too. Somebody slapped my bottom. Daryl tried to stop me, but he could not grab me quick enough. I fly behind that man so fast because I was like, no, that's not going down. I wanted to do a whole reel about it, and I held back again because this idea of being the sweetheart of soca, I say, oh God, people go say, she come up on, I should have, because I'm like, this man, it's not even to say he walked past and he just braced, like man, like cock back and like, you know, like and I was like, oh, yeah, I don't play that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, nah, that's disrespectful. Yeah, I get in a fight like that one time in a club in the city. I mean, I'm a friend and I'm jumped the guy, so it is what it is. Yeah, because you can't do that. Like, my thing is this: I could be the angel of soca music. Don't put your hands on me.
Exactly, disrespect is disrespect. Yeah,
and I think angels. Listen, I know in the Bible it says that you have to be courageous. And you have to be, our God is not a cowardly God. Anytime anybody tell me why I do something, I'll be like, yeah, my God is not a cowardly God. I ain't turning I am not Mahatma Gandhi, okay? I'm not turning no next cheek, nothing.
Yeah. And again, I'm grateful that it hasn't had much. I'm grateful that I barely have things to talk about when it comes to disrespect in the industry, but
that's good.
It exists. And again, grateful for Daryl, because I'm sure more would exist if I was out here batting for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point now, any and everybody was probably going to be coming like, yeah, I could get your opportunity, but here what? You know? So
the disrespect is always going to be there. It's always going to have conflict. You know?
Yeah. But I think once you stand up, and I'm glad, you know what it is, because I saw something and I know I'm like, she's saying she's the sweetheart soca, but something in she eyes look like she will let go, Every time, you just see it. No, I'm telling you, you know it. Like people, you can see it. You know who is somebody you could just push over, and you know who you can. And no matter how they're smiling up in your face and they are nice, if you tell them something, they will tell you something back. And I saw that in you. And you from South, like many grew up in South.
Yeah, I don't play with none of that, man.
So true and true.
Hello, we running in trace and all kind of thing barefoot. You think you could tell me any shit? No. We going on climbing tree and all kind of thing. You crazy? We strong enough. We strong. Don't. I listen to people. You can't just fling me just so
Yeah. And I know that's the next thing because I'm small, so I know people are watching too. Like, oh, I could say whatever I want. I could do what. I'm a very, very strong-minded woman, and I have what I consider a lot of accomplishments on my back, and I mean prior to even doing soca. So nobody can just come around me and think they could pull me down or bring me down or diminish me, or I don't care how much I smile, I don't care how much I say, no, I when it comes time to the seriousness, I don't play that.
We have manners and we were raised well and we are loved, right? So we don't have to be out here all screw face looking like we just ready to go and just like chop something. No, but at the same time, like don't try it because you will get because
then you'll see it exactly.
And think small axe this chop big tree. You know what I mean? So let me ask you, because I love the fact that she pit bull, like you're just right there, because I think that, and I could attest to that. Me as a female, like whenever I get bookings something, I prefer my spouse to come up with me mafia, because when as a female, like I remember I had a big argument with this big DJ in New York. I'm playing, he's supposed to come on after me, but he feel like he have somewhere else to go play. He want me to come off. He said earlier, I said, no, my boy, come and take my headphones out. He said, so I remember I grab his hand quick. I said, don't you ever do that again. Don't you ever do that again. And I remember he watched me because he was shocked that I did that.
Right.
And everything. I put my thing back. I say, oh, if you only touch me, oh my God. Yeah. I'm like, no, my brother's on them right in here too. And I have people in here. It will go left. And you don't want things to go like that. But
of course,
go through things like that. But when you do have a man, and it's sad to say, but it's true. When you have a man in your presence these days, you're less likely to be disrespected.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because they don't know what position the man playing. They don't know if that's the man. They don't know if that's the friend. They don't. So rather than even try it, most people will respect the fact that there's a male presence there in general, and they will move accordingly.
Exactly. So, listen, this industry it's something else, but we love it, and that's why we're here. We love to spread the music, we love to spread the vibes.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
And okay, so what I really also to Daryl, what I wanted to ask you as well too, have you dealt with any disrespect and you ever had to get on bad, like you had to throw your pen at somebody in the studio, anything like that?
I think I deal with disrespect very regularly, but I was raised a certain way, and I choose my battles depending on the situation. I think before I act in most cases. You for the most part it'll be a lot of underhanded, disrespectful things. Like one of the things I take as a big disrespect is when people try to in a sense try to go to my artist and almost in a sense bad talk me. I take that as real disrespectful. It's kind of like and I liken it on to, remember the Garden of Eden? Yeah. The snake went to the woman first for a reason, right? Ain't no way the snake was coming to Adam. You know what I'm saying? Because he would have got his head cut off.
Right.
So I find it very disrespectful, but I don't play with it. Once I know who it is, I check them on it. As a man too, and we could do them kind of things now. I could sit down and have a good, reasonable conversation with you and check you on your behavior. I never do anything in a drastic, but I could be a pit bull if I need to be a pit bull. Okay.
It's time to bite.
People under mouth, girl. People under mouth.
Yeah.
To me, is the most disrespectful thing. Outside of that, there's been times when people try to, in a sense, try and play my artist, try and, belittle her or come to me in a sense to try and bad talk her, almost to try and, shit on she in a sense, but,
why you managing she?
And I would put them in the place, I've almost all the time had to put them in the place for that, because they will do it almost in a constructive criticism type of way. Depending on who it comes from, depending on what it is, you could let it slide. But if at the core of it is, because I'm a person, it don't matter who you are, I pay attention to the intent. Like, what is your intention in doing this? What is your intention behind saying this? What is the heart behind it?
Is it to help? Is it to malicious?
Because, and that goes for anybody. And I pay very close attention to the intent behind people's actions and what people say and do.
Good.
And once I discern within myself that your intention is for bad, I classify it in a certain kind, and I'll deal with it accordingly.
Yeah, unfortunately, in our we are Trinidadians, right? And unfortunately, that's how it is. People always tell me, because I'm a Trinidadian. I have one Trinidadian best friend. The other two American, one is Jamaican, the other one one parent American, the other one Puerto Rican, and it be like that sometimes, and then Jamaican, because what I find in our culture sometimes, like, people just like to battle people for no reason. They have nothing to.
Yeah,
if you have nothing good to say, yeah.
You know how I look at it too. I look at it like this: when I was doing all the work and putting all the work in to get what we do into a certain level, none of them was there. Nobody was there. Nobody was there to give advice. Nobody helped in any way, shape, or form. And it's only because now the work is being seen and it's being done. And the truth is, the nature of what it is we do is a thankless type of work, right? Because the better I do my job is the bigger the artist will get. So you're not necessarily seeing the manager. All you're seeing is the artist. So everything will look like the artist real working, but the artist real working. So now when they come into the situation now, they're talking away almost as to talk down to the manager or talk down about the manager. When the truth and in fact is like, hush them out, because what you're doing to add to the situation, like what you, well, help have you ever assisted in any way, shape, or form?
Right, shut
But
up.
but you come into the situation almost to sow a seed of discord. I pay very close attention to those things. You know,
Yes.
I don't play with that at all.
And I like that you say that. So let me ask you too, because you know this, and you know what I like. You guys, I seem like you guys have a bond, or they pick up phone another. Because it seems if anybody come to Ray about you, she ain't taking on that, and if anybody come to you about Ray, you ain't taking on that, and that's good because unfortunately, if you're weak-minded in this business, you can easily be separated.
That's the thing, weak-mindedness.
And nonsense and jealousy, you know, because some people might say, "Oh, how she because I watch rating, you know, it growing, it billing. You know, and that's
If it's one thing I always used to say from the jump was, when you're doing this thing, you picture yourself like a horse in a race and put your blinders on. You don't pay attention to nobody thing. Don't let nobody think bother you, no other artist success bother you. You focus, run your race. Focus on the food on your plate. You can't have a plate full of food, but watching this person chicken breast. You can't do that.
And
that don't make no sense.
My mom, what's her name? I think it was Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Remember she lost the Olympics like that? You know, she turned and the girl passed she.
And she watched to the side. Yeah.
Girl passed she, Elaine.
That's what happens when you're not minding your business. You know? That's what happens.
Remember that. So Daryl,
yeah, good.
As songwriter, we're gonna be winding it down. So as a songwriter, you feel like if I give somebody, like you give the wrong artist a song, like you give them the song, like damn man, why the hell I do that? I need that song back. You ever give a song to somebody, you regret it?
Definitely. I think I'm being completely honest here. Nobody can do me one thing. I ain't afraid nobody, and I'm being very honest. I can't get blacklisted at all. so at the end of the day, it's like this. You would write an incredible song, and songs that don't make it for a couple reasons. A song may not make it because the artist just not big enough, and two, the artist mentality towards the craft just not there yet. They're not working the music. I hate when I give an artist a song and they don't work the song. I hate it because it makes me now think, I don't want to get no more music again because I could easily sell it somewhere else. You know, and then in some cases you might give an artist a song and the song bigger than the artist don't have the charisma to perform the song, they don't have the energy to push it, you know. So there's instances like that where you'd instantly regret it, you know. But I think my mission, girl, I always feel like my mission is to add value, and I look at everything I do as a seed being sown. And I get the reviews all the time, and it may not be in a big way, but it affect what I did for that artist affected their life in some way. You know, it made a certain group of people take them more seriously. You know, the song I gave them raised the bar for them in some way. You know, like so everything is a seed. You know, it may not be the song that bust them, but it affected their lives in some way.
So all the artists here that don't go to the Daryl and feel all they want song and you know all they work in the song and all, like even if you get paid for it, you still get mad if they pay you got paid for it and they don't work the song, correct?
Yeah, but it's even worse when I give the song for free and you're not working the song. It's way worse.
Oh Lord,
Because now I can take back out and go and sell it somewhere else. My song's not cheap, you know. So it's very annoying when they don't put in the work. You know, be innovative enough to find a way to work your thing.
I agree. I think it's very important. I want to get
You're an entertainer.
Yes, you're tuned in here to Team Soca. We have the Sweetheart of Soca Business. Yeah, Sweetheart of Soca Business. I like that. Ray, they can take that and send me a check in the mail later. Yes, come on, yeah, like me that business, so man. We from quick get the money, right?
No, but facts though, I am a businesswoman though.
Get the money.
get it right. And we have Daryl Ray, songwriter, and he's an artist as well too. But he wants to make a change in the soca industry for the better because you have so many people in the industry that have power, and unfortunately, they abuse the power. When you have power, you're supposed to do good. You're not supposed to abuse the power. So anybody listening have power and you're abusing the power, you better stop it right now. You see, we had earthquake the other day. You see, we have eclipse tomorrow. They better cut it out, you know.
When I get my superpowers tomorrow, you'll see.
Listen, right? Listen, I don't tell
tomorrow.
Listen, I going tomorrow. No, I'm being a billionaire tomorrow. Just know it. Ray, let me ask you, where you was during the earthquake? Were you affected by it?
No, I was in Maryland. I did not feel not one tremor, not one shake, nothing. I did not feel not a single thing.
Let me get all the jokes. Me and Mafia went out the night before. We went to Nicki Minaj concert because it's at Trinidadian and we from Queens, so I did. So,
yeah.
I couldn't make the next day. I get up and okay, so funny story. Literally, we have people who live upstairs from us. The both of them could be on the 600 pound life. They both of them, seriously. And I get up the morning, I hear the bed shaking. I'm like, oh, don't tell me I stormed today and I have to hear these two getting upstairs. I swear, I swear, sex them up. Oh Lord! But then I'm like, but I hear me shaking, but I hear no morning. You know me, hear no kind of noise, no nothing. I know, seriously. On everything, I swear it was them. I was like, what else would have the building shaking like that? Then I'm thinking, is the building going down? So then I don't move phone because in the room in darkness, I'd be like a vampire any day. I look, they see earthquake. I say, man, these people don't like to tell lie on internet. I turn on the TV. The shock of my life. I say, what? I was like, that was very crazy. That was very unexpected, but it made me realize, like, I don't know, for some reason, I said, you know, whatever it is, we have to get to it. I don't know why I put that little thing in me, like, you know what? I don't know what's going on, Father God, but I feel like there's things that we have to get to. So, I just want to thank you guys. We definitely have to have a part 2 of this, and I will talk to you guys in the beginning. You guys are loaded, but I wanted to do something different, and I thank you guys for popping.
Yeah, I feel like we are a real thing to say still.
Yes. And I have, yes, you know how much of paper. Look here now. Look here. I have.
We ain't scratched the surface yet.
Yeah, I feel like, you know what happened to me too? I feel like in the beginning, the echoing in my ears was distracting me plenty when I talking. So I feel like I didn't talk properly in the beginning. Like I now start to, because I'm not hearing the echoing anymore. So now I'm talking free. But
yes, but what it is, you know, we have to. I don't buff up my engineer when I come.
No.
You fix it though. Shout out to Mafia Don. Yes. Yeah, big up Mafia. Yes, but I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your time. Ray, I really respect what you do. Because you know what it is, because soca music, you know, soca is a hard genre to work, you know. It is the most, soca is not even a genre on iTunes. So it's like, sometimes it's really a labor of love, you know, and you have to love it to really want to do it. Some people will jump in it because it seems like the popular thing to do. No, man, this is gritty, you know what I'm saying? You have to put your elbows on it, you know, you're going deep in everything. Keep doing it and keep shining, girl. And you know, I rename you the gangster of soca. She's a gangster, and right? So
I could be both.
That brand.
I could be both. But you know what? You don't have to rename it gangster, because at the end of the day, like how I have it is Ray is real authentic energy, right? And for me, it don't even have to be labeled gangster. That is the other side of the sweetheart, is the real authentic energy. I don't have it in me to fake it. I don't know that me faking it does feel like I'm fighting on something inside of me. So
I can't
label it. Just keep it that way.
I miss out on little opportunities, but I could care less. If I have to compromise with it, I don't want it.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
I think there's a balance to things, and you have to learn how to move in a room full of vultures, as JC say. So sometimes you really have to just be observant and woosa the situation too, because you can't. You can't
woosa already.
You can't be quick to snap,
already.
You know?
We are more on a calm note. Really have to really try to, if you're trying to stop the money, you try to, like, things like that.
Yeah, it had to be real big. It had to be big like situations. It had to be, you know, you outright disrespect, or like you say, you come from a money, I'm a livelihood, you know.
Right.
Or you come from a family, you see that one there, nah.
Yeah.
So it's very, it's not, a lot of things in this day and age is not worth saying anything. People crazy out here, so it's like you had to pick.
the other day I saw something. I said these young girls and them on the train getting on, and this lady want to be talking. No, I have to tap the old lady. I said, lady, everybody trying to get to work, okay? Leave the little rangdang and them in the corner, little and them let them go and fly and
leave them alone.
Them alone, okay? You gonna get kicked down and ain't nobody gonna help you because I have my child to go home to and it's not my business and you is the one. But she was sitting on next to me. I'm like, lady, hello.
When I decide to open my mouth or to take action is because I reach my limit. But for the most part, I could just observe and leave things alone, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to say something before we wind down. I want to say this. When you asked the question earlier on, I wanted to reiterate a little more when you asked about the relationship. So Ray and I are very, very close. You know, she said we argue like husband and wife sometimes, which is true. You know, we do. But at the end of the day, we are a team. Ray is like family. Ray is like, you know, we are in a sense best friends. You know, I love Ray very, very much.
Oh, best friend.
You know? And, yeah, I love Ray very, very much, and I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else. You know, I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else.
I agree.
Ray, is that the first
you know?
Is that the first time he said that on air?
I think on air, but in having conversations between ourselves is something we both express. Like, it's hard to end up in a situation where you're doing this thing and you care for the individual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that makes a difference in how a team operates, because from the very start, we used to hear things like that, like, oh, let us just mesh so well, or they're like a power team, or they're like a, you know, like those are these kind of things that we would hear. But again, I'm not saying we don't have wee moments. Yeah, I'm not saying we don't have wee moments, but I think it's because there's a genuine love and there's a genuine chemistry there for the friendship, for the, like, I couldn't imagine being on this journey, and when I travel to London, I just there by myself essentially because my manager there, but he don't care about me. He just, when is the gig, you know? Versus like me and him actually pumping like, yo, so when you finish this, like, where we exploring, you know, where we doing this. So it's the friendship that makes the journey also fun, because for me, the moment that this becomes like a struggle and a pain, because it's more loneliness than it is, you know, just a collective having somebody with you, I wouldn't do it, because then what's the point? You can't enjoy the fruits of anything.
Yes.
There's a lot of managers in the world, and everybody has their own take on how they run their management, you know, how they handle their business. And for the most part, there's a lot of things that is at the root of it. There's a lot of principal things, but for the most part, there are things that you're going to have to tailor to suit your situation. Correct. You know, but one major thing that I think adds to the success of the relationship is that you have to care, right?
100%.
I don't think I could do this. I don't think I could do this if I didn't love Ray, if I didn't, you know, care about her well-being and really want her to win. I couldn't do this. My efforts would be way, way different, you know. So I just wanted to publicly say that, you know.
Well, I thank you for saying that on my show, and I appreciate you guys. First of all, this is a wonderful conversation, and this is what Soca Bachanaal and Sense is. I know, you know, everybody we love music, but we had to hear the talks behind it too, right? Because these are things that actually and give life to the music. So, Ray, please let the people let them know how they could find your stock, and see your wonderful self.
Yes, so you guys can follow me at itsray.official. And I don't know if my name popping up because I see the name, but it's RAE. R-A. Spell Ray with an E. Yeah. So it's Ray.
I'm blackballed. It pops up.
Okay. It's ray.official. And honestly, once you find my Instagram, the links to every other thing you need to find is right there. The streaming platforms, the connection to the manager, the YouTube, what is it? Facebook, Snapchat, all them
all the things that existing. Yeah, all of it on my Instagram. It's ray.official. You can follow me there.
All right, Daryl, tell. I don't want to say that. I was going to say tell you. They could fling pants. But
so is this you?
I could be a good man. I wouldn't be too. But I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I can get some offers, man. You get some offers. You can take your cut.
Wait, what going on this line, boy?
Hey, nah, but for real, I just get some offers for real. Like, money jump up and thing already. but nah, for real though, you could reach me, you could follow me on Instagram at Gervais Music, GERVAIS Music. And of course, any inquiries regarding Ray, any business inquiries regarding Ray, it's Ray Bookings, right? At gmail.com.
Yeah, it's Ray Bookings at Gmail. Yeah. I say the Instagram name, you forget it?
Yeah. It's Ray Bookings at Gmail.
Paid bookings, okay? Paid bookings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Facts on facts.
Yeah, man.
Yes. All right. Well, I thank you.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate you.
Okay, this was good, and I feel like I want to rock back and talk some more, but you know,
me too.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do our next part. Hopefully the next time could be in person.
Listen, let's come up here. We go organize something, you know, because I have studios that I work with. I do have a raw podcast that I will be bringing back out. Things that I can't say here, I can say it.
Okay.
Let me organize for the 9th of June now. Let me organize for the 9th of June.
Oh God, I will not be here.
Oh my God.
I could be in Trinidad. So
you did tell me that.
Okay.
But we'll work it out.
Oh man, only here they
something happen.
We link for life now. You don't know that already. You know what I mean? And I appreciate all that. And this was such a great conversation. And Team Soca listeners, make sure and follow them. Support Ray, support Daryl as well. He has a great song. I really love that song over and over.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Blessings, you know. And Ray, I listen to Ray, you know, when you know me and my family late night, you know. So at the end, you know, give me the time. Boy, you like that. Yeah, oh, you mean? All right.
Hey. Depend saucy, man. Saucy.
I like it. It has to be saucy and spicy and peppery. I have a hot all day. She can't be singing no, you know, which is a Sunday, but we don't want no hymns. We want to say don't already. Guys, all right. So you guys have a blessed night, and
yes, you too. Thank you for everybody that tuned in as well. Thank you for everybody that's been supporting, the new supporters, the supporters who's been there from the beginning, and thank you, Tiki, for having us. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Big up Team Soca all the way, every single time.
Man. All right. So done already. There it is, the sweetheart of Soca and a big bad manager, songwriter extraordinaire, Ray and Daryl Gervais. All right, so make sure you go and support them and things. All right, so we're gonna pay these bills and we're gonna come back, some music, and let's all you know the stripping is happening in the road. Right, it's your girl DJ Tiki Millions, Soca, Bachanaal and Sense. Yeah.
South Florida Carnival Band Leaders Association presents Carnival Expo and the Miami Carnival Showcase of the Bands, May 3rd to 4th. This to the experience is not one to miss. Workshops, panel discussions, guest speakers from Carnival around the world, DJ Symposium, Designer Challenge, vendors, sound clash, and much more. And close out the day 2 event with a showcase of the Carnival costumes for the 2024 Miami Carnival and the Junior Carnival. Join us as we band together and share the culture and industry of mass. From behind the scenes to the road. Tickets and registration at www.sfcbla.org. Get your weekend pass now.
ATL, Atlanta, are you ready? You're on the road, Atlanta Juve, on Friday, May 24th. The gates open at 5 a.m. with big trucks rolling out at 6 a.m.
Till the last drop of Bachanaal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground
Out of towners, you have to be in Atlanta by Thursday, May 23rd. Atlanta Juve, we say. Atlanta Juve.
In for sweetness to put inside a basket. I am the whole thinking market.
Atlanta Juve, we say. You ready for Juve? We outside. We outside on the road. Sign up with one of the 10 trucks or purchase a route entry ticket at weontheroadjuve.com.
We don't beat girl, but we beat drum bad. We beat drum bad. We don't pick side when we beat drum bad.
TeamSoca.com, your Trinidad Carnival station.
Show them your best self. Show them your best self. This is our blessing. Give me your everything. Show them your best self. Show with all your best friends.
The all-new Soca hits and more right here at TeamSoca.com.
Last up a Bachanaal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. Live with all my friends and them. No place like home.
On Sunday, the 26th of May, JT and One Associates LLC presents the 24th annual We're White Ladies Edition, starring Nadia Batson and Arthur.
I am the whole
Patrice Roberts and the 18th. TNT Road March King 2024, Miguel Taylor.
No place like home.
7301 Stonecrest Concourse, Latonia. Admission $50 at VIP Social. Physical tickets at Georgetown Food Market, T1 Roti Shop, International Food Market, and Caribbean Roti Shop. For more information, contact 678-575-8559. 786-286-6166 and 770-337-3995. The 24th annual We're White Ladies Edition on Sunday, the 26th of May. Doors open at 8 p.m. and we're outdoors.
Atlanta, get ready. Impulse Experience Moss Band presents Imagine, the parade of the bands for Atlanta Carnival 2024. Imagine.
Million Carnival of a contract. Every year we go hard like nail on the road with.
At West Side Park, downtown Atlanta, Georgia, on Saturday, May 25th, 2024. The newest band at Touch Atlanta. Music by DJ Spice, One Drop Sound, and DJ Ran. Unlimited food and drinks, premium services, Juve package included. Imagine. Registration is now open and sections are filling up. Get your orders in early. For more info, call Keisha or Kay at 404-203-3006 or visit impulseexperience.com. Imagine.
How we go jump till morning? Look, the moon don't sleep.
You are now locked into TeamSoca.com.
TeamSoca.com.
It's Tiny endorsing Tiki Millions, the baddest female DJ. Right this up.
Yeah, you know it's your girl Dollface Charmy, Mr. Top About It, and I'm representing for good gal Tiki Millions.
Yes, you don't know it right here on Team Soca. It's all about a good time and a good vibe. And thank you guys for rocking out. And big up Daryl, Jerry, and Ray. That was a really good conversation. That's just a sneak peek into what Soca, Bachanaal and Sense will be. We could talk the Soca, little Bachanaal and Ting, or a lot of Bachanaal, but plenty Sense as always. All right, so big them up, right? So it's all about some new music right here. Big shout out to Patrice Roberts. Cook it. Patsy was showing the bouncy cheeks. I like it. She's stepping out of her shell. She's definitely inspiring a lot of people, because, if you didn't know, if you're living under a rock, unfortunately, her fiance, Ricardo Drew, he passed away. And I saw that it's like she dived first into her work. She didn't disappear. She's definitely feeding the music to her supporters and her fans. Yeah, so you got to show Patsy that love, all right? So brand new music right here. Patrice Roberts on Team Soca. It's called Cook It. Get familiar, all right?
All right. Patrice again. Me nah have no trouble with the waistline. Every day I have some in a waste time. Give me speed, give me juke, give me baseline.
TeamSoca.com.
Give me baseline. The place get hot when I go down. Make it bubble like butter on the stove.
Arch back protect. Come let me fix you a place. You never know it could have taste like that. Good flavor up in your face. No chill with your waistline. Every day I'm some in a waste time. Give me speed, give me juke, give me baseline. Give me baseline, give me baseline. The place get hot when I go down. Make it bubble like butter on the stove now. Oh, when I cook it up, cook it up, cook it up. Steamy walk and make your bun down. Ting down non-stop, never run out. Oh, when I cook it up, cook it up. Body not lazy, it a go wrong and wrong. Come up slow, then drop it right down. If you want me, find me there. Cook it up slow. Body not lazy, it a go wrong and wrong. Come up slow, then drop it right down. If you want me, find me there. Cooking up, that's how wicked how I wine so. If you're not able with the best, then go so. Come, show me you can take wine. Show me you can take wine.
The ladies love Tiki.
Every day me out, some in a waste time. Give me speed, give me juke, give me baseline. Give me baseline, give me baseline. The place get hot when I go down. Make it bubble like butter on the stove now. Oh, when I cook it up. Steamy walk and make your bun down. Ting down non-stop, never run out. Oh, when I cook it up. Body not lazy, it a go wrong and wrong. Come up slow, then drop it right down. If you want me, find me there. Cooking up so, body not lazy, it a go wrong and wrong. Come up slow, then drop it right down. If you want me, find me there.
If you're pretty and you know it, no it's the time to show it. All pretty girl, show me emotion. If you're pretty and you know it, no.
Big shout out to all of the pretty girls and them locked in, alright? Big shout out to my Vinci artist, Trini. Got some music coming up from her, alright?
Wind up your pretty waistline.
Hey.
Move it to the pretty baseline. Them girl look come
all the pretty girls and them, alright?
All down to the kitty.
Boy.
Pretty girl,
hey.
Modeling time. Them girl, them under some.
Big up Nessa Preppy on this one.
A bubble.
Pretty.
All down to the kitty.
Hey.
Pretty girl walk, pretty girl talk. Pretty costume, pretty big drop.
Oi.
Pretty fat, find me in a dark. You know soca have my brainwash. I don't catch a fever. The mirror done telling me that I's the prettiest, baddest. And I think I agree with it. If you're pretty and you know it, no it's the time to show it. All pretty girl, show me emotion. If you're pretty and you know it, no it's the time to show it. Just arch your back, girl, wine and go down. Wind up your pretty waistline. Move it to the pretty baseline. Them girl look come to waste time. All down to the kitty, look pretty. Girl is a modeling time. Them girl them under some vibes. I just wanna bubble and ride. All down to the kitty.
And we just got to just jump to the tempo. Hey, yo, G, where I'm from, you must go
TeamSoca.com.
You're gonna feel the magic in the atmosphere. Oh yeah. Relax and let she blow your mind. We're just one wine, cause there's nowhere else to compare. We got the best youth bodies on lockdown. It's sun up till sundown. Feel your love when you walk through downtown. Real pretty girls in abundance. You could never go wrong when you touch down. A best beach with hot sun will captivate your soul and take your breath away. Welcome to the land of Calypso, where the culture richer than oil. You ought to know. Try to limbo, when I'm go down low. For the first time it will captivate your soul and take your breath away. Trinidad gonna take your breath away.
This one is called Calypso by Jadel, alright? Yeah. I feel like you just play some female music. Feature some of the bad female soca artists in the business, right?
That is one place you gotta stay. That is one place you gotta stay. I know true love is hard to find sometimes, but you got to travel miles away. Oh yeah. You might miss the signs cause love is blind, but that's fine. So we're gonna wait for you to come someday. We got the best youth bodies on lockdown. It's sun up till sundown. Feel your love when you walk through downtown, real pretty girls in abundance. You could never go wrong when you touch down. A best beach with hot sun will captivate your soul and take your breath away. Welcome to the land of Calypso, Calypso, where the culture rich that oil you up to know. Try to limbo, wine and go down low. For the first time it will captivate your soul and take your breath away.
Just bring it out. Bring the thing, just bring it out. Say what I want.
One of the ladies love Tiki.
Give me the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me. Just bring the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me. Treat me right now and watch how I go ride a bike now. Oh Lord, give me the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me. Bring the thing down and watch how I go ride all night now. Wind me down now, bring the thing down.
TeamSoca.com.
Give me the thing down and watch how I go ride a bike now. Wind me down now, bring the thing down. How are you come take charge of it? You feeling stroke, I joking. Highs a big old man, you know. And I'm not on a poppy show thing. Come see what I have in stock. Ain't you like that? I love it how I bend and wind back. Hey, ain't you like that? Just don't make me wait now. Get in position to ride that. Give me the thing where you say you have for me. The thing you say you have for me.
But artist, we were just talking to her, right?
For me. The thing you say you have for me. Treat me right now. And right how you ride up like that. Oh Lord, how you give me the thing where you say you have for me.
It's Tiny endorsing Tiki Millions, the baddest female DJ. Right this up.
One touch, drive me crazy. You have to know your love is amazing.
TeamSoca.com.
True with us and the argument, it comes down to love. It will all be a mystery. So figure out if you want my own. It will all be a memory. Looking back what we both
It's Tiny endorsing Tiki Millions, the baddest female DJ. Right this up.
She goes by the name of Tiny and she represents St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right? And this one is called Sweetest Connection and she has a brand new song with Wildfire. We're going to get into that in a few, all right? Oh, there's some Tiny, no man?
One touch, drive me crazy. You have to know your love is amazing.
And I must add,
With us and the
Tiny writes all of her music. Bad songwriter, all right?
be a mystery. So figure out if you want my own. It will all be a memory.
One of the ladies love Tiki.
No, make me overload. Give me the thing where we won't explode.
Yeah, Tiny, no man?
Make me overload.
Overload and explode.
Give me the thing where we won't explode. Hey boy, you are the sweetest connection. Look, you got all me attention. You have to know you got the right extension. Always know what to look in your time.
Yeah, lyrics, no man?
You are the sweetest connection. Look, you got all me attention. You have to know you got the right extension. Always know what to look in your direction. Let me grab it, let me touch it. Give me the thing that belong to me. You know me can't wait. Me give it to you when we pull up at the gate. Strip off my clothes, put the exposed. Hop on my neck, make me feel it up my rib. Caress me, baby. Sink up and take, put it in a hard drive. Good man like you, deserve it all night. Caress me, baby. No, make me overload.
Her name is Tiny, Tynie, right?
You are the sweetest connection. Look, you got all the attention. You have to know you got the right extension. Always know what to look in your direction. Hey boy, you are the sweetest connection. Look, you got all the attention. You have to know you got the right extension. Always know what to look in your direction. Take a ride on your ass, my baby. Let me push back on that magic one. If I'm risking it all, you know.
It's Tiny endorsing Tiki Millions, the baddest female DJ. Right this up.
This one is called Sole Leve, right? How you mean? I give my love, my baby. She's from St. Vincent, but she gets Haitian Creole on this one, right? A big shout out to Hazimada Productions on this one. And she co-produced it, alright?
I like to see you in the morning. I love the kisses when I wake up. You give me breakfast all my night. Tell me lay down and make love. Round and round we go in the slowest motion. Body tripping, sweat. Oh, you're the one like a hiring. I like it hot and the shivering. Temperature up, it keep rising. You come with flavor, take me pressure. You're my darling nigga. Shit them to do. You know I do anything for you. That's true. You are my darling nigga. Shit them to do. You know I do anything for you. That's true. Sans caution, qui va casser tout doux. Ouais, remède, on a sur moi. Caution, qui va casser tout doux. Ouais, remède, on a sur moi.
So brand new rhythm in the ears right here. This one is called In the Mood. And she goes by the name of Tiny and Wildfire. So Tiny represents St. Vincent and the Grenadines. She's a Vincy bad girl, you know? A big shout out to Wildfire. He represents Trinidad and Tobago. And this one is produced by Aromatic Tracks and Hazimatic. Hey. In the Mood. Right now on Team Soca, brand new music, bad artist. She's based right out of Brooklyn, New York. And she goes by the name of Tiny. There's some artists that hold a special place in DJ Tiki Millions' heart. And Tiny's one of them, you know? I'm a girl, you know. So new music in the ears right now. This one is called In the Mood. Get familiar.
It's Tiny endorsing Tiki Millions, the baddest female DJ. Right this song.
When I'm in the mood, you got me feeling, baby. You got me feeling, baby. You got me. When I'm in the mood, I want you on my body. I want you on my body. I want you. You touch me, oh gosh, I know you miss me. Goddamn, baby, what took you so long? I belong to you, you belong to me, and I know that now. You spin the black for me, and I know that now. I'm your king, you're my queen, baby. If it's one thing I know, real love will show.
TeamSoca.com.
For you will be for you, baby. Hope this is true, so begin something new. In the mood,
Oh Lord, I hear sweet song,
baby.
sweet soca music.
Feeling, baby.
Shout out to everybody from Haiti,
When I'm in,
St. Lucia, Dominica, Martinique.
I want you on my body.
Tiny and Wildfire is definitely representing for you, right?
When you touch me, oh gosh, I know you miss me. Goddamn, baby, what took you so long?
I had to pull it up. I want you guys to hear the words and listen to the lyrics clearly, right? Tiny times Wildfire. This one is called In the Mood. Right here on Soca Bachanaal and Sense show with your girl DJ Tiki Millions on Team Soca.
In the mood, you got me feeling, baby. You got me feeling, baby. You got me. When I'm in the mood, I want you on my body. I want you on my body. I want you. When you touch me, oh gosh, I know you miss me. Goddamn, baby, what took you so long? I belong to you, you belong to me, and I know that now. You spin the black for me, and I know that now. I'm your king, you're my queen, baby. If it's one thing I know, real love will show. What's for you will be for you, baby. Hope this is true, so begin something new. In the mood, you got me feeling, baby. You got me feeling, baby. You got me. When I'm flex. Right out when you dirty flex. Full of love when you dirty flex. Yeah.
Big shout out to Tiny and Wildfire on that one, alright?
I mean, everything start when you whine.
Hey.
All will stop when you whine like that.
Tiny and Wildfire getting on dirty. I had to bust a little dirty flex on them, right?
Back when you feel.
It's your girl DJ Tiki Millions, and I'm here. Like let we go, let we go, let we go.
You fling way bucket and pit now. All over that waist, girl. Dash way bucket and pit now. How you? Right out when you dirty flex. Full of love when you dirty flex.
The ladies love Tiki.
Yeah. All when I say girl run carnival, what I mean? Everything start when you whine like that. All will stop when you whine like that. When I say girl come turn it up, what I mean?
You are now locked into TeamSoca.com.
So hot when you do it like that. How you fling way buckets and pit now. All over that waist, girl. Dash way buckets and pit now. How you wine and give me that flavor. Nobody my angel. Wind up your body right there, girl. Man, I ride hard for your dirty flex. Man, drive far for your dirty flex. Pull up on car for your dirty flex. Your dirty flex, girl. Man, try hard for your dirty flex. Fight like dog for your dirty flex. Full of big talk for your dirty flex. You so rude for me like no other girl. Trouble for me like no other girl. Rotation like no other. I see, baby. One wide and a ballin'. One dance make a fall in love. Now you causing emergency. The way you put that thing. How you fling way bucket and pit now. All over that waist, girl. Dash way bucket and pit now. How you wine and give me that flavor. Nobody my angel. Wind up your body right there, girl. Man, I ride hard for your dirty flex. Man, drive far for your dirty flex. Pull up on car for your dirty flex. Your dirty flex, girl. Man, try hard for your dirty flex. Fight like dog for your dirty flex. Full of big talk for your dirty flex. Oh, when I say I miss you from the time you went away. Oh, baby, love never felt this type of way. Hey, yeah. When you give me that wine.
Big shout out to Kes on a good album. A great album actually, right? Man with No Door.
I desire, but look how you love it, come back.
A lot of bangers on that album.
Some type of
trust me.
Sending a message straight to me brain.
I listen to it front to back and back to front, right?
Anytime you come around, I'll be the one to give you love. You know I must come back. All I want you say, come, wine, give me banga. Baby girl, I love how you thunder. Hey, me and you alone, I go banga. So come, wine, give me thunder. Hey, yeah, say give me. Give me all your love tonight. Yeah, give me. Girl, you got that thing that's so divine. Me and you go banga here tonight. We are go banga here tonight. Yeah, been a long time since you come my way. Used to hold a vibe every night and day. Summer love wine anytime to the play. Put it in drive so you are manage it. Baby, when you see me, tell me that you need it. Now we don't have no time to waste. Yeah, I go give you right away. Yeah, but look how you love it, come back again. Make me feel some type of way. Sending a message straight to my brain. Sing like the Dimbamba day. And anytime you come around, I'll be the one to give you love. You know I must come back. All I want you say, come, wine, give me banga. Baby girl, I love how you thunder. Hey, me and you alone, I go banga. So come, wine, give me thunder. Give me the island breeze, cool them vibes, coconut jelly, peas and rice, house and land, now we sharp like a knife, green in abundance, real love around
TeamSoca.com.
You want to know where we coming from? Say you want come look for me, yeah. If you're willing to have some fun, I could keep you company. Move that way, come girl, blunder right by me. Squeeze that tight, make a trip down there. Neighbor, oh, yes, you kindly. Miss Jolie, know your mango sweet, so Jolie, know your mango sweet. Tell me how it right
ripe and sweet, so Jolene, yeah. It's been a while, yeah. Oh yeah. Since we built the vibe, yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, yo, so let me build it. Y'all grind fine like chili, baby. Real things start, I no time for no gimmicks. Good vibes only, keep that around me, keep that around me. Let me build it. Move that waist one time skillfully. Y'all you know you look so fine naturally. Real vibes only, keep that around me. Keep that. Watch how the vibes them sweet, cool and nice. Whole thing set up, peace of my mind. Roll that thing and now we take flight. Trees in abundance, see it all around me, yeah. So let we jam with the heart and love. All our way is family, yeah. It's all long on the ground, girl. You know that this is the season, baby. See that it? Nothing sweeter, girl, know it. Don't throw stone, girl, I go pick. Neighbor, oh, ask your kindly, Miss Jolene. Jolene. Tell me how it ripe and sweet, so. It's been a while, yeah. Oh, yeah. When you're giving out, yeah. I'm gonna smile for them, yeah. Wave to them, yeah. Say hi to them, yeah. Tennis back.
You see them energy killers?
I don't need to be looking sweet.
Watch them, man.
Every time I walk,
left them alone, right?
Man, a good soul.
The good right way is.
Man, a good soul.
You don't need to be around them no time, no day.
Follow no crowd. To make my family proud. Man, a good soul. Man, a good soul. I don't need to be in the middle of the Bachanaal thing. When all your line, yeah. When all your wine, yeah. I could shine right on.
Some people just love Bachanaal. They like stupidness and I want to rope him.
Right, yeah.
Tell them left that right where it is, right?
Right, yeah.
The good way is.
Want to be around no energy killers, killers. I put up the walls and pillars. Cause I only here for a good time. I'm not here forever. And you could call me the one that never care what nobody say. You could call me that day. You could call me the one that never care what nobody say. Call me Mr. That day. I'm working with that. Yup. Dirty, bad mind. Dirty, bad mind. Dirty, bad mind.
All the ladies love Tiki.
Just a lover and ballet for me. I don't give up. Don't give up.
All they can do is talk, right? Talking don't hurt nobody, you know. Unless you let it hurt you.
Don't give up. Take your dirty mind off of me. Take your dirty mind off of me. The more them talk, the more them chat, the more Jah bless me. Take your dirty mind off of me. Take your dirty mind off of me. Cause the more them talk and the more them chat, Jah bless me. Bad mind can't stress me. Them don't impress me. Them a run off them mouth and talk like the informer of the century. Pure hate and envy and pretend to be friendly. Them will smile in your face and stab you in the back so dangerous.
That he was, sir.
Them bad
playing it nice.
Stupid.
But it's stinker and dog too, right?
They do it, got them nose up in my business. On my name like freaking snitches. Them tasty and nosy and always telling stories. But them don't really know me, so just know me. Them just a lover and ballet for me. I don't give up. Don't give up. Them just so run off the mouth and sit down for me business. I don't give up. Don't give up.
Say she only got one life. Can't stay on the job site. Make a memory for a lifetime that go last. Yeah, come on baby. Knock a glass with two eyes. She don't catch feelings, she catch flights. So she coming back to the sunshine paradise. Lauren saying call out in New York City.
Big shout out to everybody out there in Jamaica having a good time for the carnival, right?
Lauren saying call out in.
After that we got St. Lucia, we got St. Vincent.
Say she come
Spice Man.
She must have
then labor, you know.
If you hear she calling, I need a little run away. Lauren coming home for carnival. I need a little run.
Shout out to all of my carnival lovers. You don't miss a Miami, right?
Need a little run now.
You don't miss a Trinidad and Tobago.
Different and family.
Hey,
now if you see love,
Tobago, I'm doing carnival too now, you know.
What she whine
I believe it's in October.
Every video that in she phone is she whine and rolling. All over the road, what she whine and rolling. When the rhythm hit in she soul, what she whine and rolling. She come out for a good time, say a prayer and she outside, because the season comes so fast. Oh yeah, and for the ones who can be here, raise your glasses in the air, celebrate for the present, not the past. Yeah, Lauren said call out in New York City. Say she coming home, cause she must have.
Somebody need to make a soca song about the earthquake in New York City, you know.
Hold out in, oh Lord. Say she coming home, cause she must have to play. If you hear she calling, I need a little run away. Lauren coming home for carnival, I need a little run away. This woman not bad, she party bag, I need a little run away. She tell us she friend and family, I need a little run away. If you see Lauren, everywhere she go, what she whine and rolling. Every video that in she phone, is she whine and rolling. All over the road, what she whine and rolling. When the rhythm hit in she soul, what she whine and rolling.
Yo, it's your boy Mama named me Evan. Anytime I need to hear something good, I tune in to my homegirl, Tiki Millions.
Yes, it's me, your girl, the Caribbean Soca Queen, Allison Hines, alongside Tiki Millions. Girl, you know what to do. Mash up the place.
So I'd like to let you guys know what's happening out there, what's going on, doing in these streets, all right? I like to give Caribbean news and some urban news, let you guys know what's happening out there. So, what I would like to say first and foremost, you know, a lot of these news websites, they really need to make sure that they're giving out correct information. So, on one of the popular Trinidad and Tobago news sites, they were saying that from 12:30 midnight tonight to 3:30 in the morning, do not forget to turn off your cell phone, tablet, and computer and place it very far away from your body. And, you know, this caused a great sense of alarm across social media. But one thing about Tigel Tiki, I am going to fact check all day, every day. Okay, I don't just run with news. If I see something, I'll say, okay, no problem. I'm going to do my research and find a news article, a legitimate news article to find it and talk about it. If I cannot find a news article, then I know, because anything that happens big out there that's crazy and wild, it's going to be on the news. Understand that for sure. So, shout out to everybody in New York, all right? We had that crazy earthquake that happened on Friday. Wasn't that just like the craziest thing? I think it was like 4.6 on the Richter scale. So it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But nobody was hurt from what I understand. You know, no one was injured. But it was a bit scary. But I believe they had it worse. My uncles and them were telling me that it was bad in Philadelphia. And one of my girlfriends, she lives in New Jersey. She said it was really bad over there. I believe it happened in New Jersey, but you know, we caught some of it right here in the tri-state area as well. All right. So be safe out there. And remember, tomorrow, it's all about the eclipse that is happening. So you guys want to make sure and be careful. The solar eclipse will be happening tomorrow, April the 8th. And please do not look at the sun. I repeat, do not look at the sun. I've been seeing people, you know, trying to put together challenges on TikTok, watch the sun, all kind of stupidness. Please don't do that. You're going to damage your eyes, okay? It's not a joke. Even if you want to play, you want to put on your darkers, you want to put on your shades, don't do it. I highly, highly discourage you from doing that, all right? It's going to be about 2:50 p.m. It's going to start, and then it's going to peak at about 3:25 p.m. And then it's going to get really dark. Okay, and then it's gonna clear around 4 p.m. You know, just in case all are wondering, like, hey, when this starting and when this finishing, I need to know. So please be careful. And please, parents, pay attention to your children, and I know, because they're trying to tell people, oh, let's do a look at the solar eclipse challenge. You're gonna regret it. All right, big time. Don't do it. So speaking about don't do it. So a woman out in Kentucky quit her job after winning $90,000 from a scratch-off win. After taxes, Uncle Sam just come in and muscle in and take what he needs. She received $64,000. So people are saying that she's stupid, she doted, she had no sense. That's not a lot of money. However, it's plenty more, in my opinion. It's plenty more than what she already had. And if you come into that large lump sum of money, yes, if you don't, be careful, it can disappear real quick. Because to some, $64,000 may not be a lot, but I think, she's living in Kentucky. I'm pretty sure, the cost of living is way cheaper than it is in a lot of other states, especially here in New York, Jersey. And it gives her time to give her some cushion. What do I want to do with my life? You want to go back to school? I want to just chill. I want to take a couple of vacations and I'll figure out myself, right? I would do that. I would so do that. I would take some vacations and then figure out myself and then probably just go back to work or maybe go back to school. I don't know. But pay for it. I won't have any student loans to take out. Or you could take out a loan if you qualify for it. Why not? Borrow people and money, save yours, right? So you don't have to come out of pocket all at one time. But at the same time, I don't know. I think if I win like a very large lump sum of money, I probably would take some time off work. I don't know if I would like fully quit. But and it, again, depending on what it is, but let's say $64,000. That's, we all know, if you have a home, a house, you got man bills, that's not a lot of money. It can disappear really quick. So speaking about disappearing really quick, $30 million heist in Los Angeles happened with no trace. Clean getaway. Nobody knows what happened. Law enforcement has no idea who did it. No idea. Clean. Listen, if I know somebody who, might be teaching a course of how they did this, please let me in the loop. Please bring me in the little pyramid scheme. That is crazy though, right? $30 million. $30 million. And they don't know where it went. Vanished without a trace. That's how it's some very, very maybe well-connected people who did this, or people who are just some really good criminals. Like some A1 bank robbers, top tier thieves. Damn, without a trace. Jesus Christ. I would say like, or they just teaching a little course or something, how to thief $30 million 101 and get away with it clean. Or they let me know, okay? I need to know these people. So speaking of people who I don't need to know, there's a Texas nurse. She was arrested after videos were found of her in her husband's phone having intercourse with her Great Dane dog. You read some stories at times and you'll be like, okay, this is one of these stories that when I was reading it, I'm like, this is just madness. So apparently the husband was acting a fool in a store. So he was apprehended by police, and upon apprehension, they decided to, whatever reason, go into the phone, and they found some disturbing videos. And one was with his wife with the Great Dane. And he was even found with child pornography in his phone. And they have two children, the ages of 10 and 18. I don't understand why, these are things that I will really never understand. I have been in cases as a registered nurse. I've taken care of rapists. I've taken care of murderers, right? Because the code in nursing is that you leave your judgment at the door. You take care of everybody who needs care. And with taking care of somebody who has sexually assaulted people, what I've learned, at first you'd be like, I don't want to take care of he. I don't want to do that. But then when you learn, unfortunately, we have cases where the abused becomes the abuser. And a lot of the times that's usually the case, unfortunately, right? It's sad. I don't condone anything that they do to people, but it's unfortunate what happened to them and they didn't get any help. So then the cycle of this unfortunate abuse continues. But you see this stupidness here? Like, wait till they put puppy chow in and they say, hey, Rover, come and lick it off. Like, come on. Like Rover's like, damn, I just wanted to be house pet. Look at me. Getting diddied up in here. And it's just crazy. It's just really crazy. But it's unfortunate, but I'm glad that they both were caught. Okay. I just could never understand bestiality. That's usually when a human being has sexual intercourse with something of the animal species, right? I don't know. People just have some weird. I don't know. Like, how do you see a dog and you get moist? Like, I don't understand it at all. Like, it just shouldn't be. It's just wrong on so many different levels. Speaking of wrong on so many different levels, I don't think it's wrong, but it is weird. So the 21-year-old daughter of, rap businessman mogul Russell Simmons and former supermodel businesswoman Kimora Lee Simmons, 21-year-old daughter Aoki Lee Simmons is dating a 65-year-old businessman, Vittorio Asaf. He is a restaurateur extraordinaire, and his net worth is $500 million. Because I had to go look. Let me see how much this man is worth. She was seen swapping spit with him in the beautiful island of St. Bart's. I went to St. Bart's before, me and my friends. Let me give you a quick little travel tip real quick, right? If you ever go to St. Martin, it's one of the best islands that you can go to because you can visit so many other of the surrounding islands for like dirt cheap. I remember we went to Anguilla, it was like $40, two on back on the boat. And then we went to St. Bart's, but St. Bart's was really expensive. St. Bart's was expensive, but it was a nice island, but it was expensive. Yeah, so they were out there he was taking pictures of her. They were kissing. She was in her little bikini. And yeah, I don't know. And then she tried to deny it, but then she jumped on. I was looking at her live. She was like, my boyfriend. I don't know, like 21 years of age and with a 65-year-old man. That's just wild to me. I think sometimes that has a lot to do with daddy issues, right? This is not something I'm just saying. Research and different statistics have shown that sometimes young women, when their fathers are not in their lives growing up, they tend to be looking for that fatherly love that they didn't get. And sometimes you'll have somebody who's a little bit older, like this gentleman here, who will jump in and want to be like, I'm your daddy, but you're not her daddy. I mean, she's of age, she's 21, she's legal, but come on, you was 44 years old when this girl was born. I mean, he could care less. And sometimes that's why I say too, sometimes it's a bit unfair because they're going after Diddy with certain things, but I ain't making no excuses for nobody, but there are other people who did worse. And I think it's because he's a black man and they're white that they tend to get away with it. And we all know that that's how society works, unfortunately. You see some people get a slap on the wrist, or you hear these stories, but then it disappears. If they sell out of court, it's not all over the blogs. But unfortunately, listen, if you're a pedophile, you gotta go wrong. You're a predator, you hurt people, you're nasty to people, you abuse your power, you have to go wrong in some way or the other, all right? But I'm just I don't know. And she's very, very thin. So I saw her make another video telling people to stop saying that she's anorexic because she's losing all her modeling jobs. When that happens, she gets fired. I mean, I know her mother was a supermodel, so I know, a lot of times they're very thin. And again, I don't know. She looks very thin. For me, looking at her as a nurse, she looks very thin. Does she look unhealthy in the face? No. Does her teeth look rotten? No. Sometimes, signs of like anorexia or bulimia, they'll be vomiting, usually bulimia. They binge eat, because she says she eats a lot. So they tend to eat a lot of food, and then they just stick their fingers in the back of their throat and let it all out. So all that continuous vomiting, it corrodes the teeth. So, sometimes I've been in a situation where you have to be counseling such individuals and you'll ask them and they'll say no, but, the telltale signs are there that, they're possibly anorexic or bulimic. But I hope she gets the help that she needs, because I don't know. That's a rough one. I mean, I know she had, I remember watching their show when we were younger, and I used to be like, wow, these celebrity kids, they're so lucky, they growing up with all these parents with the money, they have everything, and then when they get big, no, watch Bachanaal. Some of them in rehab, some of them off themselves, unfortunately, but that's just the way how the world works, right? So yeah, I don't know, but just be careful when you're outside in the park. So in Caribbean news, in Trinidad and Tobago, the ministry takes measures to ensure park safety post beat attack in Palmis Park. 7 people were stung last week after a swarm of bees came and attacked them. Can you imagine that? You're in the park, you're chilling, you're in the park, you're like, I'm in the park, having a good time. Next thing you know, them bees say, oh yeah? Oh, look at you having all the fun. What you think now? Come on, sting you. And when bees sting you, they usually, they die after. So it's like a suicide mission. All of the bees out and then went on. But I was crazy. I saw the pictures. I was like, ooh, oh my God. I was, that's rough. I felt the pain watching through that screen. I said, damn. And then people and I get, it was 7 of them. I saw the pictures. Oh Lord Jesus. That was a rough one, but yeah, just I don't know. Because you can't even say, well, be careful and whatever. You don't know that's going to happen. But hopefully, back home, I remember me and my brothers and I used to have the jetness and in top of the gallery there. And then we used to put we used to put a hairspray and matches and go and torch them. That's what we used to do. But never hit down one. No. You gotta torch the whole thing. If you're gonna get rid of bees, you gotta torch the whole thing. So an unfortunate story. A woman was seen on video abusing her two. I'm not sure if it's her children. Some people are saying it's a female family member. Then I saw another story. They're saying it was her children. I don't know. It's a bit confusing. But it was really sad. She was basically like just manhandling the 3-year-old, and the 9-year-old sister was trying to run in and help her sister. And oh my God. But what she was saying, that she was very upset. I guess they were evicted. They're not going to have anywhere to sleep. And this is what some of the neighbors said they overheard her saying, hence her rage. But hello, take that on yourself, or take that on. The kids can't help, right? And it's not their fault if, and again, if I'm not sure if it's the mother or the person who's taking care of them. But because I read a couple of different articles, I'm like, nobody's being specific, but they keep saying female family member or the woman and the 2 children, but nobody said the mother. I didn't see one article say the mother. Yeah, and it's unfortunate. It was hard to watch, but she's actually been arrested and she's in police custody, and the children have been, given over to social services to be helped and to be placed. First of all, children don't understand a lot of things. I have a toddler. He's 2. It's very you have to have a lot of patience to deal with them, because they're gonna do a lot. They're gonna test your patience. They're gonna do things that you're like, what the hell is going on here? Why are you doing what you're doing? But they're learning and they don't really fully understand. But to beat children when they don't understand, it's not right, because they like a big person. If you tell them don't do something and they don't do it, they should be reprimanded, not physically abused. But you know right from wrong, especially if you're over the age of 25. The age of 25 is when your brain is fully, the front part of your brain is fully developed. That's where your judgment is, your thinking process is, right? That's just where you make sound decisions at. Now, so hence when we were younger and we used to just do stupidness, you're like, why did I do that? My brain wasn't fully developed yet. That's why. But children, they're developing. When you beat them, they're just knowing that they're getting beat. They don't know why they're getting beat, but it instills fear in them. It breaks their confidence. It makes them anxious. It can, if you're trying to potty train them, or if they are potty trained and you're beating them, they could, start back, urinating on themselves, peeing up the bed. Then they're gonna get mad and all these things. But when you have children, you gotta have patience with them. You gotta have patience. So a man was arrested in Trinidad for wearing a camouflage hat. And he was very upset. He said he was in front of his wife, his child, and they had him in the stink jail. It was cold. It had mice. It had roaches. Now, we all know in Trinidad and Tobago, camouflage is illegal to wear in public. Okay, this is things from since in the 90s with the cool. I don't agree with it myself, I'll be honest with you, because I love me some good camouflage. Oh man, I got me some camouflage boots. I got me a little camouflage short set, camouflage dress. I got a lot of camouflage. I like it, but would I go to Trinidad and risk my safety of getting arrested just because I feel I want to wear camouflage? No, you can't do that. Yes, people, it's aggressive. Yeah, people are saying, oh, there's people doing way worse in Trinidad, and all, only to find them. But the law is the law, and we gotta follow the law. As much as we want to argue back and forth, it is the law. It's the law. You gotta follow the law. All right. Man in Guyana, this is real story. This video went viral on Instagram. So a woman found him. She tracked his iPhone. Shout out to those who have Androids like myself. We ain't getting tracked nowhere. So she tracked his location on the iPhone. He was supposed to meet her and her friends for brunch. What story now? Man was in the room with another woman who is apparently a friend of the girlfriend, and he was in a towel. She was in bed. Clearly, nobody had clothes on underneath the towel and underneath the bed sheets. And he was very upset that they came in there. First of all, he opens the door, so she pushes herself in, and then he starts saying, "She's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I came here to bed. What are you doing here?" That was a very funny video. It was interesting. I was wondering, I'm like, is this real? Is this a skit? I don't know. But that girl that looked real mad though. Sometimes that skit you could kind of tell. But she looked like she was too damn mad that he was inside of there. And the best story that man could have come up with was he is there to bathe. Like you couldn't bathe your skin home? You could not bathe your skin home? Lord have his mercy. So we're gonna come to the sense part of the show. All right. There was an unfortunate issue. There was a young lady. She worked, she said that she's a nursing aide. She worked, and another coworker, apparently, the maintenance guy in the building is the other coworker's sugar daddy, allegedly. And the young lady says that the other coworker gave the guy, the sugar daddy, her picture to let her know, like, and so he came, she's going home as usual. The guy comes up to her, is your name so-and-so? She's like, yes. She's like, well, so-and-so sent me a picture, and yeah, I just want you to let you know that you're pretty in person. The young lady maybe looked like she's in her early 20s, I want to say. She said that this individual, this man, is clearly an older guy, like maybe 68 plus. And this other young lady, right, didn't feel like she did anything wrong. She says, well, I just took a picture. It wasn't any harm. So some individuals were saying that maybe she gave it the picture so he would know who she is, so he could look out for her. But when I heard this, so what I immediately thought of? Mia Marcano. That unfortunate, very sad story that happened in Florida, where, she was murdered by the apartment complex maintenance worker, who we all know they usually have access to all of the apartments anywhere you are, right? And he went in there, and it was just such a sad thing. And when I heard this story, it made me think about that, because I'm thinking, why would you give another human being a grown man at that, right? Where she lives, that is so uncomfortable. Now he knows her name, where she lives, and he could easily want to go in there if you want to do something. And you have to remember, you have some of these young girls, right? This is the first thing I think of, because growing up in Queens and growing up in New York, you see a lot. Sometimes you may go other places in the suburban areas where it's very slow, so they don't think like that. They in some places, individuals are very naive, and you have naive individuals here, but you meet more in places where it's very slow and a lot of things don't happen. In big cities, we see a lot from a young age, so we hip to things. We on it. So you're gonna have some young girls, and even older women, right? Some of them are worse than men. They'll set girls up to be trafficked. They'll set you up to be kidnapped. They'll set you up to be assaulted. It's unfortunate. Sometimes they work to plot to get you, because instead of a man coming to you, that's like, oh my God, it's a man. But if it's a woman, sometimes we have our guard down. But anytime I remember one day I was walking in the street, this lady came up to me. She was asking me questions, and I was just looking at her, miss, are you trying to get me trafficked? And she laughed. I said, but you asking me like to come. She wanted me to take care of somebody who she has her one of her loved ones is sick, and she saw me in my scrubs, and she wanted somebody to work off the books. And I'm like, lady, I don't know you from nowhere. What stupidness you telling me? You could want to traffic me for all I know. No, and but it was just weird. Like, why would you just walk up to somebody randomly? So that was so strange. If you feel like you want to ask a question because you saw the uniform, that's one thing. But to think I would just come to your house and take care. Next thing I go there, and I wouldn't be here to talk to her. I wouldn't live to tell the story, right? So you got to be careful. And some women are ringleaders, okay, in some of these heinous crimes. But just be careful. Don't be so trusting to everybody. I think that. And this young lady, she definitely needs to go to human resources and report it and push that, because that is really, really not safe at all. All right. But I'm running out of time. I've run out of time. Thank you guys for rocking out with me right here on Team Soca. I go by the name of DJ Tiki Millions, and this is my brand new show. First night, Soca, Bachanaal and Sense. Some news, talk, topics, and 100% soca music. All right, and you can follow me on that Instagram, DJ TIKI_ millions with an S on the end, because it's real millions we're talking about around here, right? And listen, put God first and everything after, and all you please be safe. All right, it's all about a good time and a good vibe always. It's your girl DJ Tiki Millions, and big up everybody, Team Soca listening online. Make sure to download the app, and make sure to tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, and it's all about the big bad Soca Breakfast Club with DJ Big Nito, Le Grande Nito, and DJ Spice, Mondays to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. All right, it's your girl Tiki Millions, and I'm gone.
Yo, nah. Them to try, they want try something. You can't do me one thing. No, they can't do me one thing. Hey,
TeamSoca.com.
Nothing that they could do to stop my blessings coming through. You
can't stop it. No, you can't block it. Yo, it had nothing that they could do to stop my blessings coming through. You can't stop it. No, you can't block it. Time my God keep blessing me over and over and over. Over and over and over again. Over and over and over. Over and over, favor can't end. Over and over and over. Over and over and over again. Over and over and over. I don't know what I do to deserve it, but Judge, I know I just try. I never once claimed to be perfect, no. It's are real nights that I cry, but I cry. I will cry. Boy. Some things don't always go my way, but I trust the process. I got 4 friends, then turn away. For a while I was upset, but it does always be okay. In the end, it is always work out. So with confidence, I go shout. It had nothing that you could do to stop my blessings coming through. You can't stop it. No, you can't block it. Hey, it had nothing that you could do to stop my blessings coming through. You can't stop it. No, you can't block it.
South Florida Carnival Band Leaders Association presents Carnival Expo and the Miami Carnival Showcase of the Bands, May 3rd to 4th. This to the experience is not one to miss. Workshops, panel discussions, guest speakers from Carnival around the world, DJ symposium, designer challenge, vendors, sound clash, and much more. And close out the day 2 event with a showcase of the Carnival costumes for the 2024 Miami Carnival and the Junior Carnival. Join us as we band together and share the culture and industry of mass. From behind the scenes to the road. Tickets and registration at www.sfcbla.org. Get your weekend pass now.